this afternoon, Crossy. So, gee, they've missed him. He's some sort of player. You take him out of the side. You've taken Boyd out of the side as well. Haven't had access to Ollie Tate. Tom Feely injured. They've had some longer-term injuries. James Cleaver's only come back last week after a broken jaw in the opening game of the season against St Mary's. So, good result there for the Leopold Twos. They get the 4 points, and their senior team just going past us and about to head out onto the deck. Let's have a look at this one this afternoon, and in the experts chair for Wilson's Real Estate is Matty Kershaw. Kersh, you've got to do a head-to-head for Geelong Insurance Brokers this afternoon. Which way are you looking in terms of a head-to-head that's going to influence the outcome of this contest?
Buzz looks at me with that sly grin on his face like he does every week. As we spoke to the coaches earlier about their midfields and how powerful they are and how much they have an influence on the game, it's hard to get a match-up in there because they're all going to go to head-to-head at some stage. And as Damien McMahon said, they flick in and flick out. So I can't really see a direct head-to-head in there to make today. Their forwards, they don't really have any big forwards either side that can take the game apart. Defenders will obviously get their own matchups down there. Have got a big strong whisper that Lukey Maddock may go forward today for Newtown, so we'll see if that happens early, but maybe a marking target down there. But the head-to-head today, I think it goes without saying. It's going to be one around the ground in the ruck. With Trent West obviously doing probably 90% of the ruck work for Leopold against David Fanning and Cam Wilkinson, who in their own rights are probably the second best ruckmans in the comp. So what a day, them two. Two-prong attack against West. He'll give their midfield first look at it, West, but I think with the opposition midfield in Newtown going head-to-head, I think it's going to be a fantastic contest. Who will do the most around the ground? Well, it'll be great to watch, and that is our head-to-head for the day.
Geelong Insurance Brokers, covering Geelong for 28 years. Don and the team, great supporters of K-Rock football. For those who have joined us through the AFL Bowen Facebook live stream, we welcome you. For those through K-Rock 955 and krock.com.au, I do know we have listeners up on the Murray.
We do.
This afternoon.
Big Peter Street sitting there having a can with a beanie on. I'm tipping it's about 6 degrees up on the Murray. He just sent me a photo of himself with a beer listening to the K-Rock team.
Former Bulldog, Cat and Joey.
Indeed he was. Yep, he certainly was. Didn't have to buy new socks when he come to the Lara Cats.
Is that how you signed him?
Yeah, just keep your socks, you'll be right.
Produced one of the great goal celebrations too. Was it for Lara at Joey's?
It was indeed, yes.
Just told him what he thought.
and Ammo as well.
And Amateurs, yes. He's powerhouse at Amateurs.
Probably need to throw that in. So for those listening and watching, we hope you enjoy the call of the Pride Cup clash this afternoon. Leopold 5-11-41, Newtown Chill 6-2-38. Just getting a score through from Geelong's VFLW as we go around the ground for Leopold Sportsman's Club. Leopold Sporties, your complete family venue. If you are listening to us today, looking for somewhere for a bite to eat tonight, I'm sure Paul Kelly and the team at Leopold Sporties will be more than happy to have your company down on Kensington Road. It looks like this is a final score from the qualifying final between Collingwood and Geelong in the VFLW competition. Collingwood 4-2-26, Geelong 3-3-21. So it looks like Collingwood through to a second semi-final and two chances of playing in a grand final, and the Cats will have to go the long way home via a first semi next week, and their opponents still to be determined. But your beloved Port Melbourne are in one of those elimination finals.
Excellent, Gator Burrows.
Do you still have an active the past players and all that sort of stuff? Do you?
I unfortunately haven't over the years, Kingy, because of my involvement at Werribee in North Melbourne, so I haven't had the fortune to head down to Port Melbourne, but I look forward to over the years to come to heading down there on past players day.
Will you regrow the goatee before you go?
I might go the goatee, the undercut, and wear me glove in the social rooms. Why not?
And finally take those keys back to Coffee Ford for the car that he's had for 25 years as well. He got it for the week and kept it.
Yeah, she's done 400,000 that thing.
All the kids have had it. Right,
exactly right. Yeah. Taught them how to drive.
Buzz, you're out on the deck for Southport Garden Supplies. Can you just give us an update on weather conditions and also the surface, which looks pretty good, including the centre wicket area?
Yeah, it's held up pretty well, Kingy. There is one patch right in the heart of the centre circle, which is a little muddy, but outside of that, it's fine. The rest of the ground is fantastic. Weather-wise, those clouds are just getting a little darker over the back of the pavilion, so that's not fantastic. But the sun's poking through at the moment. Hopefully it stays that way.
All right, South Point Garden Supplies. Thanks, Buzz. Ash and the team at South Point Garden Supplies. 15 Boneyards Avenue in Torquay. Just behind the Bunnings is where you will find them. Bringing us our ground report this afternoon. Newtown out on the ground, just having a look. Has there been a more star-studded assistant coaching lineup than what's been assembled by Newtown with Peter Wilkinson, Harmy Williams, Simon Riddock, Adam Wilkinson. Actually, Buzz, just hand over to Adam Wilkinson very, very quickly and see if you can stick the microphone under his nose, because he had a winner. Of course, he's the CEO of the Werribee Racing Club, but he also might have had a winner last week at Werribee, getting the
he's part of
chocolates.
the drill. You've got to be careful. I'll wear one. I'll wear a blood Toyota footy in the middle of the head. Yeah.
Just ask Wilco about his winner last week. I'm sure he'll give you 30 seconds of his time just for a very quick chat. Just ask him about the win. Now, you won't. Wilco's going to throw the cans on. Now, Wilco, thanks for joining us. Now, of course, Spendthrift Park, the wonderful home of the Werribee Racing Club, where you're CEO, and just happened to be watching the races last weekend, and up popped your mug with the great Matty Stewart, and not only did you get the race meet moved, you got it moved to suit one of yours.
Certainly did, King. Yeah, it was a really surprising result, but exciting nonetheless. To have a win on your home track's a good result, for sure.
Name of the horse, and should we be following it?
Yeah, he's an Australian bloodstock horse called Aquilion that a group of my friends that I've grown up with have taken a share in, and hopefully he's got an exciting future.
What's next for it?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I think there's a couple options they've suggested over the next couple of weeks, so but make sure you keep a look out for him.
Hey, Wilco, thanks for the tip.
What did it pay?
It was about $3, I think, in the end, but there's a bit of money for him late, which is good.
Yeah, okay. And Spendthrift Park, how are things going? How many meets over the next season, starting on August 1?
Yeah, we're going really well. Obviously, quarantine's the next thing for us, late September, but we run about 10 meetings a year, Kingy, which is a good little number for us, and obviously we're an influential part in the Spring Racing Carnival as well.
Yeah, Werribee Cup in December?
December 5, yeah, Sunday.
Fantastic. Now, this interview's just got the K-Rock footy team a table at the Cup, by the looks of it.
Certainly has. I might even find a job for you.
Beautiful. Good work, Wilco. I look forward to it. Good luck with Savo.
Cheers, thank you.
Adam Wilkinson joining us there.
How's King? He's organising his calendar on air.
He's just got his diary out. Look, he's
for all of us.
Oh, yeah. Please welcome. MCing the luncheon. I love it. That's great. That's fantastic.
Yes. No, good man, Wilco.
He's a great bloke.
Doing a great job.
He's a great bloke.
They have copped a little bit of heat up there at Werribee over the journey.
Have they?
Oh, just with the facilities.
Oh,
the service. People concerned about the surface and that, but
if I remember rightly, could play footy too. Could play footy. He was a fair footballer.
okay.
What?
I'm not. You were telling the story.
I was waiting for you to say, yeah.
No, I was listening to the
He's a fair
story.
footballer as well, so he's doing a good job up there.
Yep. We've got some matchups to keep an eye on for Wombat Gully Plant Farm as well. Just a little intel maybe about the potential starting position for one of the competition's better defenders that you might see him going forward, Kirsch.
Yeah, Lukey Maddock, that's the whisper. So as we all know, both teams don't really have that key forward to go to, and particularly with Sammy Nichols out, maybe that swing forward for Maddock might be on the cards. Who knows?
Where were you last night?
No.
That's all right.
You weren't at Shane Stone's.
I was at Jerome Beekman's last night, actually watching the footy.
He has been having a few hit-ups on the lead, Kingy, just watching their warm-up.
So this intel might be correct, Buzz.
And Matt Bogue has not joined in any midfield drills at all, which is interesting. Coming off 55, he's doing the same thing as Luke Maddock and Darcy Troop. They're all doing some hit-up on the leads and shots at goal, which is interesting.
McMahon did mention that in the pre-game, though, that he was going to start on half forward and then come into the midfield. So, yeah, interesting that they go with a 55er in the forward line.
Just with Leopold too this afternoon too. They are wearing a pride jumper. Newtown aren't, unfortunately. Newtown over the journey, it's been the same set of jumpers and sizes and the like just haven't worked out for them to be able to fill a set this afternoon. But Leopold are in a pride jumper. There's been some number changes. So for those of you who would be used to seeing Trent West in 20, he's in 25. Trent Thompson would normally wear 17, he's in 20. Andrew Pepper normally 12, he's wearing 18. So just some guys that are in different numbers to what you would see. They've actually just basically got 1 to 25 and fill those out with their 22 players this afternoon. Sammy Scott in his usual number 8. Marcus Thompson usually wears 3, he's in 9. Nicholas Ash on debut will wear That's no. Just that bloke in number 3. Gee, he's been a good player.
He goes all right. Yeah, he goes all right. He's young.
Tom Gordon will be in his usual number 13, so we will pick those players up as we go through the afternoon. But
King, sorry to jump in. There's an early injury concern here for Leopold. Jai Cross, the runner, is getting some work done on the physio bench and actually looks in a bit of strife. He's done a calf, I think.
Oh, no.
He's lying straight on the physio's table and grimacing as he's getting some work.
That might be the earliest St John of God injury update we've had. St John of God, your emergency specialist, now open 24/7. Buzz, I think you're going to get down close to the ceremony that's about to take place pre-game. I believe we're having the national anthem and also the coin tossed as well for this one, so we'll take as much as we can of the festivities. It's not like an AFL ground where we can just link straight into the PA system and pipe that through, so we'll be relying on Buzz's good microphone work here to get us the audio through here.
Good afternoon, everyone. Just like to thank everyone for coming along to the fourth running of the Pride Cup that is obviously here at the Leopold Football Netball Club today. My name is Adam Bond. I'm a Gunditjmara heritage, which is located in southwestern Victoria and includes areas such as Warrnambool, Port Fairy and Portland. Firstly, I'd like to begin by acknowledging the Wadawurrung people, traditional custodians of the land in which we meet here today. I'd like to for us to pay our respects to their elders, past, present and emerging. We extend our respect to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders people here that are here today, and we acknowledge that we live and interact in the Wadawurrung country, as the Wadawurrung people have done for thousands of years before us. We stand here for the future of all Australians living and interacting in Wadawurrung country. Our hopes and beliefs are that if we can move to a place of equity, justice and partnership to heal the sorrow and pain of past actions and misunderstandings that still affect many people in the community today. On behalf of the Leopold Football Netball Club, I'd like to just wish everyone all the best today. I hope that everyone gets through unscathed and enjoys the day, both in the crowd, players, umpires and club representatives. Thank you. Good luck to everyone today. Thank you.
So the pre-game ceremony with the Master of Ceremonies, Adam Bond, a two-time All-Thorpe medalist with Leopold. Adam, a fine player for the Lions over a number of years. We've got the toss of the coin, Buzz. McMahon and Scott in the middle.
McMahon has won it. What are the ends you're going with today, Kenny?
Queenscliff Road. And Port Arlington Road.
Well, Newtown have won it. They're going to the Port Arlington Road. Yes.
What's the wind doing, Buzz?
It's a little swirly, Kirsch. It's probably favouring the Queen's Road end slightly, if anything, but it's nothing too drastic that'll affect the contest too much.
Thank you for that, Buzz. Down Boundary Side, South Point Garden Supplies bringing us the toss of the coin, and Buzz, of course, here for Loco Sportswear, team apparel for champion teams. Players making their way into position. Umpires this afternoon, Jez Bertucci, Jonathan Zarb and Carrock's own Jonathan Zarb.
Carrock's own.
And Daniel Robinson will be controlling this one this afternoon. And the have got the rainbow socks on, have the umpires. We've got the rainbow flags and the rainbow caps with the goal umpires, fields and boundaries with the rainbow socks, as I alluded to earlier today. Collingwood 4-2-26, Geelong 3-3-21 in the VFLW qualifying final. We'll be keeping an eye on GDFL action. Big afternoon in the GDFL. Plenty of games. 6-2 of the top 7 playing each other. And
started already too, and Bellpost still off to a fly. 3-2-20 lead. Thompson yet to score.
Must be kicking to the Ballarat Road end.
The Ballarat Road end, yes, up there. Very nice and chilly up there today.
Melbourne 9, GWS 14. Early in that clash between the D's and the Giants in a rare MCG doubleheader.
Yes.
Fremantle and Carlton going head-to-head tonight. So not the first time it's happened. Back in 86, Geelong were actually part of it. They played North Melbourne as the second game of the doubleheader. I think it was Anzac Day, 86.
Anywhere, you think you'd be able to hide? I know they're trying to get people. Do you think you'd be able to hide and just sit in there for the second game tonight?
I couldn't say
There'd
why
be
not.
Somewhere you can sit in the toilet somewhere, couldn't you? Just
Close the toilet door and wait.
up on the top,
Grab
you'll be
a
right.
bucket of chips and a cold frothy. And
Do you know where the place to be would be? The Bullring Bar. For us MCC members. I'm just heading down there, or the Grey Smith Bar as well. One of those two.
what about us normal plebs? We just in the toilets hiding? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, I'm with him. Sorry.
I don't really care where you go.
Me either. Bad luck.
Buzz, have you got an eye on those benches? Who's come to the bench for both sides?
Yeah, Darcy Troop starting off the ground, interestingly enough, for Newtown, as is today Sawney and Charlie Harris, and Nick Egan also on debut, starting on the bench for the Eagles.
Okay, 100 games for Nick Egan at Lara. I think he won their best and fairest in 2019 off the top of my head. Jace, what have you lost over the front of the van?
Just the binos.
Is that the headphone? Is that the binoculars?
Yeah, just the binos. It's all right, we'll get them back.
Sure, Josh or Pothole will try and get them. First quarter, thanks to Harvey Norman. Pride Cup 2021. Here's Jason Doherty.
West goes up early, but Fanning does get the ball down in the first contest. McMahon puts on a good tackle in the middle for Newtown, and we will have a ball up again. Just slowly getting up. I think Sam Scott's on the bottom of the pack. And the umpire will have a secondary bounce in the middle of Community Bank Oval. Fanning gets it down. Might come back to him. He gave away a big-time free kick at the end there. And Marcus Thompson will take the free kick for Leopold. Right in the middle of the ground, going to the Port Arlington Road end, and this first term goes long and straight inside forward 50, punched away there by Kermond. Goes across towards half-back for Newtown. Big pack develops there as well. The umpire will come in and ball it up. Oh, great work, Dino. Fantastic. Multitasking here in the K-Rock box. So a ball up now. And getting it down west. They go close towards the boundary line. Leopold, can they keep it in? I don't think they'll be able to. Connor Joseph right there as well. And we'll have a boundary throw in 55 around from the Leopold goal.
Wombat Gully Plant Farm. We'll keep an eye on some matchups. If you've seen anything, Kirsch, as you've gone sort of all Orko from He-Man and Masters of the Universe with your hoodie over your head. Check him out. Boundary throw and tap down Fanning. Roving Sutterby bangs it on the boot towards half forward. Rolling ball. Trent Thompson tracking it back for Leopold. Wrapped up by Wilkinson at left half forward. That's not coming out. He might want to release it or he's going to be pinged. The umpire has said that's holding the ball and it'll be a free kick to the young ruckman for Newtown and Chilwell. Cam Wilkinson carrying a very heavy weight, wearing the number 62. Gives a handball off to a man running behind the back, and that's Harris. Ned, kick inside, forward 50, looking for a mark. Can he find one? No chance to get out of trouble here. Liam Herbert, kick wide is okay, and he finds a target, and the mark is taken by, it might be Case. Case kicking to the wing, looking for a fly. No mark taken there by Harris Jennings. We saw Jennings against Bell Park earlier in the year. Very likely type. He's won himself a free kick. Maddock looks like it started back. A low kick, not ideal. Joseph with a wonderful pickup of his bootlaces. A handball back to the voice. A clearing kick now from Joseph, but only as far as Marcus Thompson, who on the TOC stats track are already racking them up.
Centre wing, short little kick inside. Might be, I guess, Scott. Handball over the top, missed the target. McMahon ran past as well. Kick inside Leopold's 50. They go up, third in line, fourth in line. Jennings was there. Handball came back. And a pack about 40 out from goal. I think the umpire might have to come in and ball it up. He will. Big pack to send there.
Cam Lewis got the job on Mitchy Patton down there.
So Michael Case getting up off the bottom there for Leopold. Ball spills free. Scott got it away quickly. Might come back to him in the end as well. Thompson's there as well, or the ball went past Liam Herbert as he ran close to the boundary line. And we will have a throw in. About 40 around from Leopold's goal.
Great position here at Leopold to call the footy from, right in front of the netball courts. As I suspect Newtown will look to continue their A-grade dominance. Boundary throw-in. Fanning went to ground. West grabbed the loose footy. He threw that. Taken by Brock Williamson and the ex-Port Arlington Demon. Has now laid a tackle. McMahon, bottom of that pack. Would you expect anything less from the triple Matheson medalist? And we'll get another ball up. Umpire Zarb says, give it to me. 3 and a bit minutes gone. Total Tools time clock. Opening term of Karok Football's GFL match of the day. Leopold and Newtown in the Pride Cup. West winning the tap down this time. Ball spills back to Fanning though. Knocked away by Robinson. Connor Joseph head over the footy. Handball up by Sutterby. Stolen by Thompson. Thompson's bouncing ball inside 50. Harris cleaned up. But he's given up to Patton. Patton snap over the shoulder. And he's put that out of bounds on the full in the right forward pocket at the Port Arlington Road end. And the free kick will belong to Maddock in the left back pocket for Newtown and Chilwell. No score through nearly 4 minutes in this first quarter thanks to Harvey Norman. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices.
Maddock plays on from the back pocket. Oh, it's a terrible kick off the boot towards Connor Joseph. He's pushed past the footy. Can they keep it in? No, they can't. It was Horton there for Leopold. Your intel's no good either. You want to sack your intel, I think, Kirsch.
Yeah.
Maddock very deep at fullback for Newtown.
Couldn't be any further away from
any further from the goal.
That's
So
it.
Boundary throw in 50 out from the Leopold goal now. Fanning from behind. Neither get an effective tap there with West. Mitchy Diamond in there, wrapped up straight away. And not going in there. Umpire Zarb to come in and do a bit more work. Played 4.5 in this first term. No score yet in the match of the day.
Somehow West was able to get his hand on it, and it's into space now. Chance now for Williamson. Draws first blood for the Lions. Brock Williamson drills it through from 30 metres out. Hit it at pace too, and he's pretty happy with it, the former Port Arlington star. He gets Leopold first blood in this opening quarter. They're 1 straight 6 on the K-Rock Harvey Norman scoreboard. No score. Newtown and Chilwell in the experts chair for Wilson's Real Estate. Here's Matt Kershaw.
Good goal from stoppage. Everyone in the Newtown mids there were very flat-footed, and I watched the Leopold mids. They were really on the move. They were proactive around that stoppage, and they just walked out the front of it after that forward handball. Would you call it a forward handball by West? But, yeah, the Leopold mids were on the move, and they looked dangerous around that stoppage.
So opening goal to Leopold. 5 minutes played in this first term. Back to the middle. Neither ruckman really get an effective tap, but the Leopold midfield's working hard. They might get it away now. They do. The ball comes out quickly towards half forward with the kick, and it just floats nicely. And the mark has been taken again by Case, who goes long inside 50. Newtown with the numbers at the back. They can't take the mark, though. Joseph was there. Now Jennings tried to get it away. He does. Left foot kick around the corner. Oh, just misses it. I think it might have been Mitch Patton.
It's lively early, isn't he?
Through for one behind, so they go to 1-1-7. Leopold, Newtown yet to score.
Clearing kick to our best seats in the house thanks to Atco. Robinson keeps it alive as taking out the bench was Evan Farley. Big going off the
Pepper
footy
has
there.
lined up Robinson from a long way back.
And is there a free kick? No.
It was fair. It was a good hit, though. He nearly went into the bench.
And Evan Farley nearly joined us in the
commentating.
the K-Rock commentary box. Shallow boundary throw in. West was able to knock it forward at his bootlaces. Shoved McMahon off the footy, who then knocks it out of bounds. We'll get a boundary throw in, almost true centre wing on the broadcast side. Good crowd once again, packed in underneath the rafters here at Leopold. They always draw a good crowd no matter where they are on the ladder. Got a great local following of the Lions. Boundary throw in. West winning the tap down, tries to do his own roving, does so. Try to throw on the left boot, had a fresh airy. Bogue on hands and knees. Thompson tracking to the boundary line, taken over by Sutterby, and we'll get a boundary throw in. And for those who follow the local footy, there's been a change in the benches too, Kirsch. So Leopold now use the one closer to the old netball courts. They've given up the ones.
And they'll swap.
They've done the changeover. West just got rid of Fanning. That'll be a free kick after Scott got the kick away. That was Sam Scott for Leopold. And umpire says to Trent West that you held on to David Fanning in an indiscriminate fashion, and he will take the free kick. The veteran David Fanning closing in on 100 games for the Eagles. This is game number 95, so he will bring up his 100 playing every game before the season is out.
Gives it away to Diamond, who kicks it towards half forward, but punched away nicely there by Jack Dixon for Leopold, in front of what, as Kingy said, is a big crowd here at Leopold this afternoon. And we'll have a boundary throw in. Centre wing, Fanning, West to do the ruck work. Better boundary throw in this time, over the head of both of them, in fact. Ball comes out the back quickly, and the kick's going to come from Ned Harris for Newtown, inside 50, but turnover in front, and mark taken for Leopold. And running away there is Lane. who, unfortunately for the Leopold, turns it over at half forward, and Sawney has taken the mark. Still probably 50 out from goal. It's going to be a fair kick from there, and he's backing himself here. He's going to have a set shot. So Sawney back to Newtown this year after some seasons at Winchelsea. He comes in, right foot kick, left half forward, good for distance, and across the face and through for Newtown's first score of the afternoon, which is a behind. They trail Leopold 1-1-7, and that's on the Harvey Norman K-Rock scoreboard. We played 8.5 in the first term.
Ball about to come back into play. The Queenscliff Road end, and it's Josh Horton with the footy, runs his full measure into the right back pocket and then sends it to half back, looking out there for a marking option, not taken there by Waters. You can see Waters with the hair if you're watching the AFL Barwon Facebook live stream, and the Lions have got it forward, and the mark taken just back of the wing. Kick now towards half forward, and it was looking for Patton, but it was a poor kick and it's gone out of bounds on the full, and will be a free kick for Newtown. So Harris with the footy. That looks like Charlie with the ball. Left half back. He'll just concede some ground back to Bogue. And Bogue, after 55 possessions last week, comes in board to Sutterby, who had 45. 100 combined between them. What an afternoon on the TAC stats tracker, and a big win over St Albans. 2019 best and fairest on his non-preferred left, kicks short and finds a marking option. It's Nick Egan marking, and he'll have his first possession as an Eagle after crossing from Lara at the end of 2019.
He's on half back, left half back. He goes with a left foot kick towards centre wing, half forward position. Wilkinson in front, couldn't take it. And Condi pushed off the football there as well for Newtown. And a free kick, in fact, without the football.
Against Dixon for hanging on too long.
He did. So Condi now plays on. Nobody really standing the mark for Leopold. He goes inside 50. Fanning down there. Can't take the mark. Falls to the front. Bogue going to get wrapped up. He gets the kick away. High kick towards the 10-metre square. It's going to run away with the wind. It's still in play, in fact. It's going to come back the other way. It's going to turn around. Darcy Troop standing there. And he kicks the goal from 2 metres out. So a first goal for Troop and for Newtown this afternoon. And they tie the scores up here. 1-1-7.
It's been given as touch, Jay. Sorry, off the boot.
He was very happy too.
He was very happy.
So 2 behinds now, Newtown. They trail Leopold 1-1-7.
Ball's at half back for Leopold, and it's in the hands of Herbert. Herbert goes laterally, and he finds a man who marks, goes back to Herbert. Herbert on the right boot comes looking for a fly, and a mark's a good grab there by Case in game number 2. Debuted last week for Leopold, Michael Case.
Started well too, Case.
Yeah, nice looking left footer. That's not a nice looking kick. He's almost kicked it into our commentary box. It just stays in the field of play, flying but not marking. Connor Giddings, the Portland product, is unable to take the mark. Might just copped a bit of an ear massage. Umpire didn't see it that way, and he'll do the ruck work here. He'll be the man that will maybe spend some time in the middle if West needs a breather. So it's Giddings to do the ruck work against Fanning. Giddings front position, won the tap down. Bogue nearly did the roving. Foppiani trying to release a handball up. Knocked towards Bogue. Bogue took it nicely. Handball back to Diamond. Tried to duck under the tackle of Herbert. Well done by Robinson, but he had it knocked away. Good defensive work done there by Connor Giddings. He's taken out of bounds. We'll get a boundary thrown right in front of our best seats in the house, thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. Pride Cup, Leopold 7, Newtown 2 in this opening quarter from Community Bank Oval.
So Fanning back in the ruck after a 30-second squeeze at full forward. He goes now with a kick too, takes it out of the ruck contest and goes across into the middle of the Leopold's Community Bank Oval. Goes towards half forward now. Wilkinson tried to tap it on for Newtown. Ball spills free. Condi got it back towards Sawney. Running across half forward. He goes inside, but chopped off there by Herbert for Leopold. And he comes back, but they've turned it over again, the Lions, and they go now. Harris goes inside 50 for Newtown. Troop from behind, can't take it. Sawney front and centre, he couldn't take it either. Ball spills free now, and they can get away through Dixon for Leopold, but once again turned it over at half forward, so it's going to be another repeat entry. It's going to be Egan.
Nick Egan with it. So his second possession on the TAC stats tracker. Egan goes short and puts it onto the chest of a leading teammate. Is that Farley out there with the footy? Left half forward. So Evan Farley, or is it Spencer? I'm just trying to catch a glimpse over there. In fact, it was Spencer. Yep. Spencer goes short, and in the left forward pocket, Mick Condi, the veteran, has marked after running water with aplomb, the head trainer of the Cats last night. Enough H2O to keep the boys hydrated, and a 10-goal turnaround. Rocks up on a Saturday. It'd be interesting to know what he's covered last night. If he has the GPS when he's running the water, young Michael.
Not too many water carriers with a GPS, but could be a first.
Well, kick from around 35, the left footer. Condy sets it up into the sky and delivers a nice goal. Good finish from Mick Condy. He's 10th of the season. He's actually the leading goal kicker on the ground for the Eagles this year. He's got his 10th, and they now lead by a point. They are 1-2-8, leading Leopold 1-1-7 in the first quarter. Thanks to Harvey Norman, K-Rock Football's GFL Match of the Day through KROC 955, krock.com.au, and the AFL Barwon Facebook live stream. Hope you're enjoying the call.
They had a few inside 50s, repeat inside 50s at Newtown because Leopold were poor by foot coming out of their back half. Turned it over quite a bit.
Wilkinson gets it down. Sutterby can't take it. Wilkinson follows it up again, the big fella, and coming off the line. Big tackle too. That came from Cleaver for Leopold. Spencer over the top with it for Newtown. Gives it back to the umpire of a secondary bounce in the middle. So Wilkinson goes up as Jennings. The ball comes towards Thompson. He can't take it. Condy does. Gives it back to Wilkinson. He goes with a kick towards the leader. Troop, who comes out. Punched away beautifully in front though. Leopold working hard in defence. Getting across there and doing nicely. Second effort from Lane once he also punched it from the grasp of Darcy Troop. And we'll have a boundary throw in right half forward for the Eagles.
Chase, bit of concern. Darcy Keith Leopold just fisted that ball away and immediately clutched his wrist, which is already heavily strapped. The trainer's out there with him at the moment, but just having to move away as play continues.
From the boundary throw, Wilkinson won the tap down. Clearing kick came from Marcus Thompson towards right half back. Bouncing ball tracked out there by Cleaver. First look at him. The former, another one from Portland, I think, handball inboard. Well, it actually deflected back towards him. Now he's got trouble. Egan to wrap him up. Spills for Robinson, who's doing a lot of work. McMahon head over the foot. He couldn't take it. Coming the other way, Marcus Thompson with a bit of class. Took it nicely, but his kick let him down a little bit. Bouncing ball will just bounce out of bounds, or out of bounds on the full. I think it might be out on the full. And the free kick to be taken out there by Kermond. Takes on the man on the mark and steps around Jennings a little bit too easily. Drives a kick towards left half forward. Spoil comes from Trent Thompson. It's a good one too. Decisive, and sends it out of bounds for a boundary throw in. 4 to the wing for the Eagles. They lead by 1-2-8. Leopold 1-1-7. This opening term has ticked over 15 and a half minutes on the Total Tools time clock.
Trent West been forward for over 5 minutes now.
Giddings in the ruck. Up against Wilkinson. Boundary throw in. Wilkinson in front. Taps it back towards the boundary line. Robinson tracks it. And I think they'll run out of space there. They will. Foppiani was there as well for Newtown. And Marcus Thompson. So will be thrown in centre wing, out of side. Wilkinson again against Giddings. Wilkinson in front. Gets it down. Foppiani runs past it. Goes back. Half a tackle. Now Giddings. Short little kick out. Still on centre wing. Pack develops. Coming across there was Kapala for Newtown. And the umpire with a bit more work to do on centre wing. Sutterby there working hard against, so he gets the ball down from Wilkinson. Got one high. The umpire didn't see that. And we'll have another bounce. So 1-2-8 Newtown. Leopold 1-1-7. Middle stages of this first term here at Community Bank Oval. First term thanks to Harvey Norman. Thank Harvey Norman for all your big brands at Geelong's best prices.
Wilkinson the tap down. Roving Williamson. Handball off. Marcus Thompson, who's been omnipresent, drives a kick towards forward 50. Rolling ball. Patton was there. Had it knocked away. It was good work there. Might have been Lewis. Diamond the underground handball for Robinson, who had a fit of the fumbles. Foppiani tried to keep it alive. It's off hands, out of bounds, and a boundary thrown at right half forward for Leopold. A game that hasn't reached any great heights for Wilson's Real Estate, Kirsch.
Not at the minute. West back in the ruck, though, after 7 minutes.
So Cam Wilkinson will know he's alive, rucking against Trent West. West front position. He's taken the loose footy by Sutterby of Newtown. He drives a kick towards half forward, long ball, but back with the flight. Well judged. Might be Case cleaning that up, sending a kick wide. It was Lane, in fact. Surely a free kick for a hold. Wasn't paid. Geez, a little bit stiff there not to get a free kick was Josh Horton. Newtown now through Condy to Sutterby. Sutterby steps around the man coming towards him in Williamson. Off to Diamond. Diamond wants to cut back inboard under pressure. Got the kick away. Sawney took it beautifully with the one hand. Then released a wonderful handball wide. Spencer with the open goal. Spencer finishes. What about the take by Tavai Sawney? Set up the goal. Finished by Spencer. Lammy's Tavern goal of the afternoon, not because of the finish from Spencer, which was quality, but the hands of Tavai Sawney, slick, and then the handball off just as good to release Spencer, and the former Corowa Junior finds himself with a goal for Newtown and Chilwell this afternoon, and they now lead by 7. They're Archbishop Desmond 2-2-14, Leopold a 1-1-7 in this opening term. Thanks to Harvey Norman. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices.
There's a lot better ball movement there, but I think Leopold was stiff not getting a free kick area on that outer wing. But it was the rundown on Diamond that forced Swanee to have that fantastic get.
West gets it down beautifully in the middle. They go Leopold again forward, coming across, no mark taken, and going forward now, the ball around the corner to an open goal square, but he's through for one behind. And was that Case?
Yep.
Case it was. So Case one behind. They go to 1-2-8 now, Leopold. And trail Newtown 2-2-14.
In the right back pocket, and the ball in the hands of Harris. It's a high ball. That was Charlie Harris looking for Wilkinson. Big spoil West over the back. Spencer, the goal kicker, front for Newtown. Wilkinson got it up to Sutterby. Sutterby through traffic. Heard a voice. Got it to Joseph. Joseph on his left boot. Had the kick smothered by Thompson. Ball spills for Herbert. Herbert sees the open goal. Rolling ball. And Maddock is happy to palm it through for a rush behind for Leopold. They're now 1-3-9. Newtown and Chilwell 2-2-14. And just a little bit more action in this contest in the last minute or so.
Starting to pick up.
Ball comes out from the full-back position for Newtown. Harris, handball to Bogue across half-back. He might get the 1-2. He did from Diamond. Then he gave it away to Sutterby. That's how they get 55 and 45. He goes into the middle of the ground, and the foot race goes out there quickly. Can they pick it up, though? Kapala, he's over the top, needs some support. Robinson left the footy behind, though. Leopold can come back the other way. The Lions go. And an open space, too, on centre wing. If they can break free, they can. They move forward with the ball towards centre half forward. Coming across, good mark. At Giddings?
Yes.
And great mark by Connor Giddings at centre half forward. He just chips the ball up. It's a dangerous looking kick for his forwards, and the defenders are able to go across there. Quickly getting it there is Horton. He gives it back quickly. Dixon. Can they turn around? They can. Still got it inside 50. Some terrible ball movement though by the Lions at the moment. Now they're trying to break free. A little kick around the corner was smothered. Newtown working overtime. Can they get their handball out? They can't at the moment. Ball comes back to Scott. Then he gives it off quickly to Tom Scott. And they go towards the pocket. They've still got the possession, still going towards the goal line. Getting back there, Kerman is happy to see it through for another rush behind to the Lions. So they had it there for a minute or two.
I reckon they had about 8 possessions inside the forward 50 there, and no one wanted to put any scoreboard pressure on.
Like to look at Michael Case.
1-4-10 Leopold, Newtown 2-2-14.
Harris to bring the ball back into play for Newtown and Chilwell. Drives it towards right half back, looking out there for a marking option, and he finds one. It's a good strong grab taken by Troop. Into the side this afternoon for Nichols. Troop sends a high ball towards the wing. Pepper in good position. Knocked away from Foppiani. Ball at the front of the pack for Pepper to clean up for Leopold. Had a fresh area with the kick. Ball's now back underneath him. Foppiani just pulling it into him. He needs to knock it out. Andrew Pepper, he might find himself in trouble. Umpire says, no, give it to me. I'll ball it up. So, Connor Foppiani, not surprisingly, continuing the family tradition of the long sleeves, which Frank donned with such aplomb. West winning the tap down, just removed Fanning from the ruck contest, but the roving done for Newtown there by Kapala. Kick inside forward 50 was a rolling ball. Did his forwards no favour. Foppiani trying to burst through. Here's O'Brien for Leopold. Or rather, I should say it was Lane. Now, they'll clear from left half-back. Marcus Thompson has been outstanding in this opening term. His kick for West was good. West wants to play on and get the ball moving.
And he goes wide. He's trying to look for Jennings out there. Oh, the ball doesn't sit nicely for him, though. Maddock comes the other way. Newtown have got it on centre wing, and they can move it quickly. Sutterby goes inside 50. It's a good kick. Oh, good play by the Leopold defence to get across there and help out. Falls towards Dixon again. Can he pick it up? He handballs it back. Thompson off a step. That's Trent. Goes out wide. And they might have a bit of time and space, and they have. They just settle the play down. They're able to go over the top. Ball taken by Horton. At half-back, he chips the ball over the top as well. And Dixon follows it up. He comes back. Louis Clifton's got it. Still at half-back for Leopold on the outer side. He chips the ball over the top. Back to Horton. Just controlling the possession at the moment. Newtown pretty good behind the ball. He's thinking about switching it, and then he decides to go down the line in the end, and it's not a bad one. He gets it to Cleaver, and then they can get out, and they come inside 50 again. Patton uses the body nicely, plays on quickly. Now you had to wait, though, Scott, as he ran past to pick up the football, and the ball goes across the face of goal and through for one behind. So getting enough possession in the forward line. 1-5-11 Leopold. Newtown 2-2-14.
Yeah, the kicking woes again.
Yeah.
There's certainly been some gettable goals this quarter.
Diamond into the sunshine on the outer side with a well-weighted kick, but Sutterby drops an absolute sitter. Williamson comes through to provide the pressure. Tom Scott went to go off the ground. Now he'll lay a tackle on Sutterby. Williamson's a little bit sore for St John of God. Keep an eye on that, Buzz. And also Darcy Keast, do you have an update on the Lions defender?
Yeah, he stayed out there, Kingy, but he keeps shaking his hand off and looking at his hand, so he's in a little discomfort.
West wins the tap down. Bogue on hands and knees. Now West gets the loose footy, jams it on his left boot and puts it out of bounds on the full, not for the first time this afternoon. Just an update on that win for South Point Garden Supplies.
Yeah, it's actually died off a fair bit since the start of the game. Kingy, it was a bit blustery early, but it's virtually nothing here at the moment.
So Mitch Diamond short to Maddock. Still in the back pocket for Newtown. Port Arlington Road end of the ground. And just controlling the play. Called to play on now. Thought left. Now comes right. Comes high towards half back. Joseph's there. Robinson goes up. Off the back of the pack. Falls towards Condi, who gives it to Diamond, who runs through half back with a short little kick. Might be okay. Gives it away to Harris, who has it. Ned at half back. Wants somebody to move for him short. He goes to Matt McMahon, who takes the mark. Goes inside with the kick to Condi, who's been good this first term. Draws a play, gives it back to McMahon by hand. They've got it back to Diamond. They've worked it through the middle of the ground. He goes long towards Troop, had to stand his ground. It's over his head in the end and out of bounds for a boundary throw-in in the right forward pocket for Newtown. We've played 25 in this first term. They lead 2-2-14, 1-5-11. And that's on the Harvey Norman K-Rock scoreboard.
GWS 36 lead Melbourne 17 in the second quarter with 5.5 minutes to play. That would be somewhat of an upset. Boundary throw-in. A big upset, in fact. Chance for Leopold to clear, though. The handball of Williamson was chopped off by Robinson, and Robinson was Johnny on the spot to steal the footy and kick the goal with the outside of the right boot. Williamson with a howler of a mistake. Robinson cutting it off, and he said, thank you very much like Sam Draper just knocking the ball into the path of Tom Hawkins last night. Yeah. Won't kick too many easier ones than that. Will Robinson, fourth of the season, and he gives his team a 9-point lead in the shadows of quarter time. Newtown and Chilwell 3-2-20. Leopold 1-5-11 on the K-Rock Harvey Norman scoreboard. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices.
It's working overtime here, Kirsch. Doing nicely. Back in the middle.
Yeah,
Trent West gets it down. Handball. Forward of the footy. They go Leopold inside 50 again towards Patton. He can't take it. Here's K-Rock's own, I think. Harry Waters turns around and kicks it behind. He would have been K-Rock's own to be able to put that through.
The flowing locks of Fabio.
Flowing locks. Yeah. One behind to Harry Waters. And once again, 1-6-12 the Lions.
Another gettable goal, though.
Trail Newtown 3-2-20. First quarter thanks to Harvey Norman. Think Harvey Norman for all your big brands at Geelong's best prices.
Joseph runs 10 metres, then drives a kick long, diving but not marking at ground level was Ash on debut. Ball spills out. Lions have got numbers. One of those getting a handball away with Jennings to Marcus Thompson. Kick into the right forward pocket. Is out of bounds on the full again. Yeah. So they've had 4 or 5 of those, Leopold, out on the full. And they kicked 1-7 in the opening term last week against South Bowen. 1-6 this afternoon. And they find themselves 8 points in arrears near quarter time.
Joseph goes long towards half back. And Newtown have got control of the football at half back. Ball comes quickly towards the middle. Leopold, though, back of the pack. And Thompson in the middle there. He's wrapped up. The umpire says he's going to come in and do some work. That was Trent Thompson. So now Fanning and West both get a hand to it. Falls towards Bogue, who gets it out back behind to McMahon. No look handball to Fanning. He goes inside 50 with the kick again. No mark taken by the Leopold defence. Spencer puts a good tackle on for Newtown, and the umpire will come in and ball it up.
Giants by 25 points for Leopold Sportsman's Club on Melbourne.
So Clifton was the one who got up with the football. Now West gets it down. Big pack there. Only about 15 out from the Newtown goal. the Queenscliff Road end of the ground. We're going to have another ball up.
Ned Harris, the last man off the bottom of that pack. Wilkinson to do the ruck work, puts his hand up to go against West. West tries to flick it back. Marcus Thompson taken high. Surely a free kick against Troop. And that is how the umpire sees it. Even from our vantage point, about 100 metres away, you could pick up that was a high tackle by Darcy Troop on the reigning Leopold best and fairest superstar. Marcus Thompson sends a kick wide, looking out there for Herbert to fly. He couldn't take the mark off the hands of the pack and sing it to the boundary line with a handball. He's one of the young Lions. It might have been young Case, who I've really liked the look of in his second game. In fact, it's Ash, Nicholas Ash, on debut, seeing it out of play. Weston Fanning front position, winning the tap down. Handball out of the pack, finds McMahon. McMahon just a little sleight of hand to Condi, who ran into a big tackle and was brought to ground, and the free kick belongs to James Cleaver. That was a crucial tackle at a crucial time.
It was.
Geez, stiff Condi,
Pryor. Cleaver got it across half back for the Lions. Goes out wide with the kick. It's okay this time. And Keith takes the mark. Just comes back. The ball to Clifton. Going to switch the ball back across the goal. Dangerous. Wilkinson bears down. Not quite there, though. Thompson can give it away. They're away through half-back, though. They turn the ball over again. McMahon, not sleight of hand this time. And is he held with the ball? He is. And we're going to have a free kick at half-back for Leopold. Once Matty McMahon might have caught one, too, as he gets up. He's never going to give the footy. He's going to give the footy back. I've never seen that happen before.
Gentleman-like, sportsman-like.
Yeah, very. And the Lions have got the football. Horton, I think it is, who goes towards centre wing, punched away by Robinson at the back. They follow it up. They get through. Ball spilt free. Still in dispute. Now they get the handball out. Thompson goes back inboard looking for Williamson for Leopold. Wilkinson drops in there and helps out the big ruckman. He wrapped the ball up, and we're going to have a ball up just inside the centre square. 1-6-12 Leopold, Newtown 3-2-20. 30 played first term.
That match up with Lewis and Patton, they're going step for step, both just gone off the ground.
Wabakali Plant Farm, here's Williamson releasing a teammate, driving kick towards right half forward. The mark taken by Scott. That's Sam Scott, the skipper.
There's kids' balls on the ground everywhere.
And he bangs it to the top of the square, and Giddings has marked, and there are 3 kids' balls, and they're running into an open goal. No, I thought that was actually Waters running into an open goal with the footy, but it's not. That was one of the balls on the ground. We've had about 3 or 4 balls on the ground.
And knowing Jace Tom's luck with his team, 2 of them will do their ankle and a knee tripping on those balls.
This to bring the margin back to 2 points. Connor Giddings, former GWV Rebel in the NAB League out of Portland. It's been a very fruitful recruiting ground for Leopold. In fact, the GFL in general. Tyler Watts, of course, having a run around in the VFL this week out of Geelong West, and Giddings has kicked the goal from 25 out directly in front. Kicks their second. They are 2-6 Leopold. Newtown are 3-2 in this opening term, thanks to Harvey Norman. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices, and in the experts chair, Matt Kershaw for Wilson's Real Estate. Kershaw, just get the feeling Leopold are overcomplicating things with their ball movement.
And that's what's letting them down, their ball movement out of the back half. They simplified their ball movement in that particular play because they just went longer and they moved the ball on a bit quicker. And if you can get it into this bloke one-on-one, he's very hard to beat. So that's got to be their method, I think, for the rest of the day. We'll see this here.
Yeah, gets it down again, and they go inside 50 further towards Jennings again, who comes out, and forming a bit of a 1-2 down there, Jennings and Giddings. They can't keep the ball in this time, and we'll have a boundary throw in about 35 around from the Leopold goal.
Bit of over-possession, I think, King, and that's where they turn it over under a bit of pressure.
So West Fanning. Ruck work again. In front, Thompson. Got it towards the forward pocket. Tracking it through there was Jennings. He couldn't take it. Pack develops as the siren sounds. Ned Harris gets wrapped up, and it is quarter time here at Community Bank Oval, and as Leopold 2-6-18, and they trail Newtown 3-2-20.
Opening term, thanks to Harvey Norman. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices. Buzz is making his way out onto the ground. Not sure whether he's going to grab one of the players. Buzz, are you heading over to somebody in particular? You've got your eye on somebody to have a chat with?
I'll do my best, King. Give me 10 seconds.
All right. Not sure whether he's got the old. I think Buzz has got the Adidas's on today. Not sure whether they're the traction, or are they the New Balances?
Poor choice on reflection, Kingy. They are white.
Poor choice. He's heading towards the Newtown players and wondering who's going to grab out of that huddle just to have a very quick chat with. Heading over towards, looks like Ned Harris for a chat. Down to you, Buzz.
Ned, what did you make of the opening term? A hot start, but a good start by your team.
Yeah, really hot start. We expect that from them. They're a really good competitive side. Love the contested footy, so yeah, we just want to match them in that and probably be happy with that start. A bit of a scrappy start, but yeah, we'll take it.
Bit of a different role for you today, a bit more on the wing, a bit more outside for you?
Yeah, a little bit, just trying to play whatever role for the team that they need me to play, and yeah, if it's on the wing, that's what it is, I guess. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thanks for your time, mate.
Ned Harris there with Josh Conway. We'll take a break, come back. We'll go around the grounds for Leopold Sporties. We'll also have a look at the AFL scores as well. Leopold Sporties, your complete family venue. And for Outco, we're here on a Saturday afternoon. It's Leopold and Newtown and Chilwell with the Lions. They trail the home team by 2 points against the visiting Eagles. Live Breeze, K-Rock Football.
The birth of a child. Such a special time as a family eagerly prepares for the addition of a new member. It's the perfect time for people to come together and take some bets. Tom and his wife are about to have a baby, and we want to know when it's going to happen. Enter Tom and Loggie's Birth Suite. Get both the date and the sex of the child right, and you'll win your own little bundle of joy. I mean cash. Your own little bundle of cash. $1,000 to be precise, which is actually a pretty big bundle when you think about Tom and Loggie's Birth Suite. Doing test runs to the delivery room weekdays from 6 a.m. on K-Rock 955. Put a stalk in me. I'm Todd. Join the celebrations at the Sphinx Hotel's 50th birthday, Saturday, July 31st.
K-Rock 955.
On-road, off-road. Check out Geelong 4-Wheel Drive and Camping, the home of Ironman 4x4. Everything is on display in the huge showroom, and you can get great deals on bull bars, winches, suspension, swags and more. They're your local agent for Carry Boy canopies, plus X-Rocks bars, Clearview towing mirrors, HEMA mapping and Ozpig. Before you go on your next 4-wheel drive and camping adventure, get a pre-trip inspection. Geelong 4-Wheel Drive and Camping, Melbourne Road, North Geelong, next to Supercheap.
Shane Crawford here with Chance, my local APCO Cafe 24/7 barista. Chance, what makes your award-winning coffee taste so good?
It's the ingredients and care in every cup. We use our signature blend, Giganti beans, and Aussie-owned, Aussie-made Pura milk. Our award-winning Giganti beans are specialty roasted and Pura milk textured until silky smooth for the best cup of coffee.
Giganti Coffee, Pure Milk, and APCO Cafe 24/7, all proudly Australian-owned. APCO Cafe 24/7, now that's a good barista coffee.
We've got you.
Living in pain? Not performing at your best? See Geelong's trusted allied health professionals at Corio Bay Health Group, looking after the people of Greater Geelong for more than 35 years. Choose from physio, Pilates, sports medicine and psychology, myotherapy and remedial massage, hand therapy, podiatry, acupuncture and dietetics. Be fit, be active, be healthy, be better. Call 1300 880 834 or book an appointment online at 9 convenient locations. CorioBayHealth.com.au.
Metricon gives you freedom. The freedom to create your own dream home at a price you can afford. Like our spacious 4-bedroom Amira 20 with domain facade for $182,990. Yes, under 183 grand for a stunning family home. Hurry, first 50 buyers only. Visit your local Metricon display today. Freedom by Metricon. More home for less. Conditions apply. Exclude site costs. Geelong Build Region. CDBU 52967.
Thanks to Mora Lily.
Somehow West was able to get his hand on it, and it's into space now. Chance now for Williamson. Draws first blood for the Lions. Brock Williamson drills it through from 30 metres out. Simon wants to cut back inboard under pressure. Got the kick away. Sawney took it beautifully with the one hand, then released a wonderful handball wide. Spencer with the open goal. Spencer finishes. Yeah, nice goals there from both Brock Williamson for Leopold and Tyler Spencer for Newtown and Chilwell. But it is the Eagles visiting on Pride Cup Day, leading by 2 points at quarter time as we go around the grounds for Leopold Sportsman's Club, Leopold Sporties. Your complete family venue, Kensington Road in Leopold, will be the place to be post-game this evening. Jay Shaw keeping an eye on the GDFL where it is round 10.
It is round 10. Winchelsea 2-4-16, Anarchy 1-3-9, East Geelong 6-3-39, Belmont 2-1-13. North Geelong 6-11-47. That's a big big goal-scoring effort there. 17 scoring shots. Corio 3-2-20. Belpo still 7-9-51. Thompson 3-2-20. Werribee 3-5-23. Inverleigh 4-4-28. Bannockburn 4-2-26. Geelong West 1-2-8.
Thank you for that good work by you, Jace, for Leopold Sportsman's Club. And in the AFL, one game this afternoon, and it is Melbourne and GWS. And I can tell you that GWS 42 lead Melbourne 24, and that is at half-time. So 6-6-42 the Giants, Melbourne 3-6-24 as we go down to Josh Conway, who is down boundary side for us for Loco Sportswear. Buzz?
Yeah, I got Jace Tommy shivering. It's pretty cold down here, Kingy. Jace, what did you make of the opening term quickly?
There was some good and bad stuff. Oh, not bad, but there's some room for improvement for us in terms of just our ability to be at the fall of the ball. I thought they beat us in that regard. Again, we probably didn't capitalise on the opportunities we had in front of goal, but there's a pretty strong breeze going down this end, I think. So I think this will be the scoring end, and we're happy with how our forwards are looking when they're isolated. So overall, pretty happy with the start.
Thanks for your time, Jace.
Josh Conway there with the coach of Leopold, Jace Tom. Good to Jace to give us his time. Your thoughts on the first quarter? Matt Kershaw in the Wilson's Real Estate Experts chair.
Well, Jay summed it up. It took them a little bit to get going, Leopold, there and work out what their best option was going forward. But once they isolated Giddings and Jennings, they looked really dangerous. The ball hit the floor and Patton had 3 shots on goal. Yeah, one of them was out in the full, but they do look a little bit dangerous when they move the ball quick in their forward line. At the other end, Newtown don't really have that hit up forward. Darcy Troops led 3 times backwards instead of hitting up at the ball carrier. I think they can fix that up in that area. They might get a few more looks at it inside their forward half. Newtown mid started to spread a little bit more than Leopold got on top in the last part of that quarter. Interesting contest so far.
Second quarter, thanks to Warrally's underway. Here's Jason Doherty.
West gets it down. Matt McMahon puts the tackle on straight away on Sam Scott. The umpire will come in for a secondary bounce in the middle. Throws it up again for Fanning and West. Neither get a tap. Scott taps it on towards half forward. Newtown across the half-back flank trying to take it the other way. McMahon comes in. He's ripped off the football without it. Should get a free kick. Not happy about it either. Surprise, surprise. The 3-time Matheson.
Oh, there's a bit going on.
So he's got the ball back into the centre square. Going to drive it towards the Paul Arlington Road end. He's just holding it up. There's not much to kick to at the moment. You've got Sawney short. He goes in that direction now. So still in the middle, not 15. The umpire says play on. He thought about Robinson and the ball. He missed the target completely. Case handball to Scott. Back to Dixon at half back. He goes out on centre wing. It's okay. Handball. Millie Gordon had to wait for it behind him. He was okay though. The kick around the corner was also okay. Gets it to Tom Scott. Scott over the top and a short little kick. It's Thompson right on right half forward. Chance to drive it inside 50 over the head of a couple. And Newtown working overtime down there. Pack develops. Ball does spill free. Or was that a throw? The umpire said play on. And that was from Horton, I think. He tried to get it out too. And the ball still in dispute. The umpire will come in and ball it up. No addition to the quarter-time score. 3-2-20 Newtown, 2-6-18 Leopold.
Keep it on those Wombat Gully Plant Farm matchups, Kirsch. See what you can pick up. West winning the tap down. Oh, Williamson caught one high, did he? Yes. We'll have a shot at his second. David Fanning, as Williamson might have just sort of slipped as he tried to break out of the tackle, and Fanning, unfortunately, his arms were just in the wrong spot. And the hulking frame of David Fanning just absolutely gobbled up Brock Williamson. And the former Port Arlington youngster will have a shot at goal. Fanning standing the mark around 30 out, maybe a little bit closer, directly in front, and this to get Leopold the lead back. He kicked the first of the contest and a chance to kick the first of the second quarter. Williamson from 30 metres out, on its way, nice finish. He kicks his second, he's happy with it too, Brock. So he only had 2 goals for the season coming into this afternoon's contest, and he's already doubled his output. And we're only a couple of minutes into the second quarter, thanks to Warrally. Live in Geelong's most awarded community. The K-Rock Warrally scoreboard showing Leopold 3-6-24, Newtown 3-2-21. Live in Geelong's most awarded community. You can find out how at warrally.com.au. Kirsch.
Quite a bit of luck going their way then, but there was a compact. They've got to move the ball a little bit quicker into their forward 50 Leopold. They just sort of held it up a bit too long there, and Newtown are very good at getting numbers back. So they saw it earlier in that first quarter. If they move the ball in quick, they're a massive chance.
So back in the middle, Fanning and West. West goes up early, gets it down beautifully towards Scott. Missed the target though. Ned Harris in there, wrapped up by West. High, said the umpire. And he'll get the free kick. As he gets up gingerly. West says, cover off Fanning for me. somebody else as he stands the mark. So Ned Harris plays on quickly, goes with the right foot out wide. Very wide looking for Diamond. Coming the other way was Cleaver. Needed some support. That was a pretty good tackle there that came across from Diamond. And in fact, it's holding the ball and it's advantage. So Newtown go inside 50. Troop from behind goes up. Can't take the Hamlin hanger. He needs some support now on ground level. Sawney comes in to help out. And the ball still in the forward pocket for Newtown. Pack develops. The umpire will come in and ball it up. Big pack around it too in that right forward pocket. West tried to get it down through the middle. Thompson wrapped up again. The umpire with a bit more work to do. So the Lions 3-6-24. They lead Newtown 3-2-20, and we've played 4 minutes on the total tools time clock in the second term.
Every tool for every trade. Sawney, quick snap out of the pack. It'll float to the goal square. Keith's judged it the best. Has marked on the chest. That should be 50 against Darcy Troop, surely. And it will be. Umpire has to pay 50, does he? No, he doesn't.
How's that not 50?
Unless, Troop has argued successfully. He thought it was touched off the boot.
Now it is. Now it's going to be 50 because he moves.
So the umpire may have worked out that he...
Yeah, maybe that was the stitch up.
Justice prevailed.
So, and he's come from behind. Now, that should be another 50, shouldn't
he's
it?
called to play on.
Well, he's called to play on, and that'll be holding the ball. Well, that will rile Leopold fans right up. So
and now it is not giving the ball back. It'll be 50 again.
So Troop will take this is Benny Hill style comedy cases.
Oh my goodness!
Keith will stand the mark just inside the centre square. Troop now called to play on. He's not having a shot. So through the outstretched arms of Keast, he sends it to about 30 metres out. Wilkinson flies, got a piece of it. Front of the pack, the roving. That's Charlie Harris. Gave it to Bogue. Bogue, the snap around the body. Open goal square. Bouncing ball. It's knocked through from behind by Herbert. And a minor score for Newtown there, 3-3-21. Leopold 3-6-24 in the second quarter. K-Rock Warralilly scoreboard. GFL Match of the Day action live from Leopold Memorial Park. It's Pride Cup 2021. Here's Jason Doherty.
Herbert gets it into the back pocket for Leopold and just finds Pepper. With the football, he just chips it short as well. Just the 15. Dixon takes the mark. Still inside defensive 50. Wants to switch the play. Goes past Keast. Comes back to Herbert. Now to Keast in the goal square under pressure. Oh, sets Herbert up a little bit. His handball was under pressure. Wilkinson comes out and puts the tackle on. So Newtown have done very nicely to keep it inside forward 50.
It's an area they haven't been great in today, Leopold, exiting their back half. Many turnovers giving Newtown multiple opportunities to score.
Another one here. Wilkinson goes up, gets it down. Ned Harris runs through the pack, got the handball away. Spencer close to the boundary line, kept it in. No, he didn't. And the umpire will come in and throw it in.
In saying that, though, good pressure by Newtown as well to keep it in there.
So 30 out from goal. Newtown into attack. Wilkinson up against Trent Thompson. Over the back. Wilkinson got it down, roved at the front, though, now it goes to Herbert from Horton. Towards centre wing, coming at it was Jennings, who comes up, needs some support. Big pack there. Troop puts the tackle on, and we'll have a ball up centre wing.
Nothing to note in the matchups from the first quarter. Everything's status quo.
For Wombat Gully, umpire throws it into the air. Fanning and West. West just flicks it over his head onto the path of Thompson, but Thompson has no room to work with. It's out of bounds, and we will get a boundary throw-in. Second quarter gone 6 minutes and 50 seconds on the Total Tools time clock. K-Rock football on a Saturday afternoon from Community Bank Oval in Leopold, where the hometown Lions lead Newtown and Chilwell by 3 points. 24 playing 21. Good afternoon to Mr. Street and Mr. Wajinski listening up on the Murray. Tapped down by West. Roving McMahon for Newtown gave a handball to Charlie Harris, and West then the turnover. He was tackled by McMahon. Condi just reaped a handball wide. Heard a voice. Might have been Joseph, and then Joseph's kick is a well-weighted ball. Finds Kerman. Kerman with it at true centre wing. Kick now to a one-on-one. Looking for a marking option. Couldn't find one in Farley. Tracking it to the boundary line is Dixon. The seat out of bounds for the Lions. And we'll get a boundary throw-in just outside 50. Left half forward. Newtown in attack in this second term thanks to Warralilly, living Geelong's most awarded community.
So throw-in. Left half forward for Newtown. Fanning in front. Pushed past it by West. Marcus Thompson wrapped up by Harrison Fanning. The umpire will come in, umpire Zarb. K-Rock's own. And he'll have a ball up at half forward for the Eagles. West again gets it down. Roved in the middle of the pack there by O'Brien. And the umpire has to make a decision. He'll come in and ball it up again. A bit of a stalemate here at left half forward for the Eagles. West this time in front. Got it down to past Scott. Now the clearing kick for Leopold towards centre wing. Getting across there, was that a bit of a hold? It might have been, but Ash gets away, goes towards half forward, but Maddock leaves it the better for Newtown and marks it at half back. He's got Kermit along the line who's screaming for it. He goes further afield to Wilkinson, who has to go up against Trent Thompson. Falls to the front. Foppiani can't pick it up. Trent Thompson can't either. Pack develops on centre wing. Did he drag it in? The umpire said, leaving it, letting you go. The ball's still in there. He's leaving it for a very long time. It's a rugby scrum. Now it comes out and Thompson goes.
Thompson, true centre wing, drives Leopold into attack, looking down there for a mark. Sam Scott at the front couldn't complete the mark. Ooh, Patton taken in a very serious tackle. It was a good one too, bringing him to ground, laid by Egan, and in the right forward pocket at the Bellarine Highway or Queenscliff Road into the ground. We'll get a ball up. Umpire tosses it into the air. Tapped down by Giddings. Roving done at the front of the pack for Leopold. Who's at the bottom of that pack? Wrapped up by Matty Bogue. Getting to their feet is Brock Williamson.
Lively.
Yeah, he has been lively. Kicked 2 goals this afternoon. Umpire puts it in the air again. Fanning winning the tap down this time. Giddings laying a tackle, bringing Bogue to ground. And we have got a push in the back, a free kick going to Newtown, and it might come back to Matty Bogue. And Bogue will kick into his defensive goal square, and he'll find Ned Harris. Ned Harris into the right back pocket, and Connor Joseph has got it. Joseph sends a kick. It goes over the head of Lewis, and the rolling ball will be tracked by Tom Scott, but the boundary line beats him, and out of play at left half forward for Leopold. So the skill execution coming out there from Newtown nearly made them pay, but it rolled out of bounds, and a boundary throw in with 10 minutes ticked over on the total tools time clock in this second quarter of K-Rock football. Leopold by 3.
So West in front. Fanning takes it out of the ruck contest from behind, gives it away, the handball over the top. It was smothered. Now Jennings with a kick inside 50 for Leopold, and comes off some hands there, including Nick Ash, and it will be out of bounds for a throw-in at 40 around from the Lions' goal.
There's something right with the world when there's an Ash running around for Leopold, isn't there?
So a throw-in.
Most famous name in the town, you would suspect.
Fanning in front. Williamson picks it up, runs through traffic, gives it away to O'Brien. O'Brien 20 metres out and closing, and kicks the goal. The Lambers Tavern goal of the day.
Wow.
Is from Dylan O'Brien, who finished it off. What a good Irish name that is too. Dylan O'Brien. We love it. He kicks his first of the afternoon, and well, that's his first. That's his first ever goal.
Well,
there you go. He's played 5 games. I'm working off Kingy's stuff here, so 5 games.
Over his shoulder.
Just look over his shoulder.
Perfect.
His first ever goal, so well done, Dylan O'Brien.
Oh, you Dylan.
And not only that, gives Leopold the lead, 4-6-30. And Newtown 3-3-21, and that's on the Warrior Lily K-Rock second quarter scoreboard.
Interesting to note that's their third goal from a stoppage, so their stoppage play has been really good against a Newtown midfield that is really dominant as well.
So the ball back in the middle. Foppiani takes it out for Newtown from the midfield. Goes inside over the head of Wilkinson. Thompson can't take the mark. Sawney front and centre was good. Needs to get around. Bit of candy. 50 out from goal. Goes towards the pocket. And the mark taken. Very nicely in the end. It was taken by Louis Miller. And he worked his way to the front nicely. And we'll have a set shot for goal from 20 out for a quick reply for the Eagles.
Chase Tom would be disappointed with that, given that the fact that they've got a little 9-point break and that's just gone down the other end straight away at the next ball up and a shot on goal.
So Louis Miller, 30 out. Well, probably will be kicking from 30 out. He's on the Glenn McGrath too. He's on a nice run up there. He's going back towards 50. He's in the right forward pocket, Port Arlington Road, end of the ground. He comes in, right foot now, and kicks it. Goal umpire does not move. So quick reply for the Eagles. And they go to 4-3-27. Bridge the gap again, 4-6-30 Leopold. That's on the Warrior Lily second quarter K-Rock scoreboard. And in the experts chair, thanks to Wilson's Real Estate, Geelong property done properly. Matt Kershaw.
Well, I mentioned that Chase Tom wouldn't be happy, but there was no pressure all the way out of that stoppage then, and there was no other possession except Newtown into their forward half. So defenders just got to get back on the task here and to make sure they're playing their role.
Some people in quarantine watching this afternoon, having to self-isolate for numerous reasons. For those who are watching us through the AFL Bar on Facebook live stream, hope you're enjoying both the broadcast and being able to watch the game as well. Quick kick forward. Inside 50 might have been Williamson for Leopold. Rolling ball. Attacked by Giddings. Gave a handball off. Chance now for Ash. Ash on his non-preferred left. A floating left foot kick that went looking out there for Waters, but Robinson got in the way for Newtown and Chilwell and took the mark. He's a true centre half back. Sends a kick wide and puts it onto the chest of the goal kicker. Miller now working up the ground. Miller wants to come back inboard with the kick and finds Sutterby. Sutterby on the outside of the right boot. His kick went through the hands there of a Leopold player. Kalpala gave a handball off. Kick inside 50 might have been Sutterby cruising by again. And we will get a boundary throw. It's off hands. It was Diamond, in fact, with the kick. And Horton, I think, was the man that dropped the mark there. Out left half back will be one that he would like back, and we'll get a boundary throw in. Ball back into play. Newtown in attack. Port Arlington Road into the ground. West winning the tap down. Fanning went to go off the ground, had a fresh area. Marcus Thompson took it at speed and burst away.
And goes towards centre half forward with a kick. Scott worked his way to the front, couldn't take the football, couldn't keep his feet. Kerman could. Then he gets wrapped up though. He's dropped the football. The umpire said, is he going to pay advantage? No, he's not.
Smart,
Everybody's
mate.
stopping.
Yeah.
Yes, everybody was stopping, going, no, bring it back. And Leopold.
Might be Patton.
Yeah, it's Patton it is. Who's got the ball. And he'll have a set shot for goal from about 40 out directly in front. So he's had plenty of the ball forward, Mitch Patton. So chance to take the margin out to 9 points again. He's at the Queenscliff Road end of the ground. Put on a very good tackle there. Kept his feet. Right foot kick high. And I think he has sprayed it through for one behind. So he's second of the afternoon. We had a 4-7-31 Leopold. Newtown 4-3-27. Second quarter thanks to Royal Lily Living Geelong's most awarded community.
Baddock will bring the ball back into play. He'll trot off into the right back pocket for Newtown and then send a long kick looking out there for Robinson or Kerman. Neither could mark. It's off hands and out of bounds. And we will get a boundary throw in. Luke Kerman playing every game this year. He won the twos best and fairest at Newtown in 2019. But has established a regular senior spot again. He's one of the most experienced players on the ground, playing his 129th GFL senior match. Boundary throw-in, rolling ball went away from the two ruckmen after being a shallow throw-in. Sutterby, Bogue, Condi, Diamond with an interesting two-handed bounce. Now a handball for Kapala, who had a fit of the fumbles. Socket off the ground by Diamond, racing back to try and track at Herbert. Looked up and saw Troop coming the other way. Neither took it cleanly. McMahon just a handball out into space into the right forward pocket. They haven't really had a clean possession since the middle of the ground, Newtown, but they've been able to get it. And now a deliberate free kick paid against Leopold. So reward for the effort. Mitch Diamond in the right forward pocket is claiming the ball, but it's not going to end up with him. Blake Sutterby is the man with the footy in the right forward pocket for Newtown. He comes inboard to his skipper, and McMahon has marked. Matty McMahon playing game 2-18 this afternoon. Most experienced man on the ground. He will have a shot at goal. The three-time Matheson medalist to put Newtown back in front. Man on the mark stands 40 from goal. McMahon just with a sneaky little kick. Marcus Thompson with the one-handed hammer and hanger. He went looking for Harris, couldn't find him, and Marcus Thompson stuck up the one mitt and reeled it in and averted any crisis for Leopold, and he goes short to Herbert, who marks in the left-back pocket.
And he goes towards half-back Herbert with the kick. He's asking a bit of Jennings, who goes up, can't take the mark. Ball still in dispute then at half forward, and the umpire leaving it for a long time there as the pack developed. The umpire will come in and ball it up. So right half forward, Newtown still into attack. Horton getting up, giving the football back to the umpire. West taps it over behind his head towards Herbert again. Short little kick, Wilkinson. His handball was chopped off. As across half back, Williamson got one high. Matt McMahon's told him all about it then too. And Williamson's gone, doesn't matter, I've got the footy. And he'll take it at defensive 50. Goes to center wing with the kick. Wilkinson goes up for Newtown and probably could have ended up marking the footy. There wasn't anybody around him there. He just punched it out and out of bounds for a boundary throw-in.
I've just had a phone call. It's the Cuban volleyball coach. He's wondering if Cam Wilkinson's available for the Olympics. He needs somebody to spike.
The Cubans.
Yeah, they're pretty good with the volleyball. Tucked down by West. Williams in front of the pack. Wrapped up by McMahon. Ball not coming out. We'll get a ball up.
It's been a long couple of days for Kenny. We left very late last night from GBHBA. He's been up early, and it's 3 3 o'clock in the afternoon now. The Cubans. Perfect.
Tap down Wilkinson, nearly did his own roving. Ball bobbling on the outer wing. Sam Scott dragged off his kick for Leopold. Coming through but leaving the footy behind was for Newtown. Getting help to his feet, Egan, the former Cat. Lara Cat, that is. And then we'll get another stoppage.
5-pointer, Winnie Egan.
3 + 1 + 1. That would sound about right. Tapped down by West. Sam Scott dragged down as he kicked the footy up the chimney, fisted away by Egan. Ball rolls towards the boundary line, tracked by Williamson, or is it, in fact, Herbert, the number 11. He sees it out in front of Will Robinson. And we will get a boundary throw-in once again in front of the scoreboard. We've just left off that shows for Warralilly. Leopold 4-7, Newtown 4-3, 18 3/4 minutes gone on the Total Tools time clock.
So West works his way to the front, gets it down. And they get it through Tom Scott, who's wrapped up by Sutterby. Umpire says held to him. And we will have a ball up, just forward of centre wing.
Real lull in the game, Kirsch, for
Isn't there,
Wilson Real Estate.
West gets it down. Marcus Thompson wrapped up, got the ball free though. Herbert around the corner, back towards the middle. No mark taken. Tom Scott, he got pushed off the football as well. And free kick over the shoulder, said the umpire. So Newtown will take the free kick. Williamson again and runs away through the middle. Wants to move it quickly. Goes inside 50. Oh, good mark. That's a Hamlin hanger. Kerman, who just took the one-hander as well at the back. It did nicely. Just held his ground and took it away quickly to Sutterby, who's got it in the back pocket.
Blake Sutterby been busy again this afternoon. Wants to take on Cleaver. Slung in the tackle. Just had to release a handball. And that will go out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. So good forward pressure there from James Cleaver. From Hamilton, as we've been told, a couple of ex-Hamilton boys. The Hampton League as a whole has been a wonderful little recruiting nest for the Lions. Tapped down by West. He was looking for Marcus Thompson again. Hands and knees, Sutterby. Ball out the back. It's Ned Harris bursting away. Did very well. And then he sends a kick wide, very, very wide. And he may have put that out on the full. And it will be a free kick to Leopold. And left half back, Dixon will take it. He'll put a kick onto the chest of his skipper. And Sam Scott's got it right in front of the scoreboard. It still shows a 4-point lead for the Lions, thanks to Warralilly.
Scott drives it long, inside 50 with the kick coming out and taking the mark was Jennings, and he'll have a set shot for goal from about 35 out, 45-degree angle, and that was better from Leopold and through Marcus Thompson. And now Harris Jennings, who hasn't troubled the scorers yet, has taken a very good mark in front, and will have a set shot for goal at the Queenscliff Road end of the ground. This to take the margin out to 10 points. He comes in, right foot kick across the face of goal. I think just in, 4-1 behind. So their goal-kicking woes continue at the Lions. 4-8-32. They lead Newtown 4-3-27. And we've played 21 minutes on the clock. Time clock thanks to Total Tools. Every tool for every trade.
Diamond for Newtown and Chilwell will run into the right back pocket. Sends a kick very, very long. It's a good hit towards half back. Front of the pack, no mark taken by Farley. Lions with numbers. Might have been Giddings getting a handball away. Kick now comes from Cleaver. Cleaver snapped a ball over his left shoulder towards Giddings, who can't take the mark. He's dragged down in a tackle. Ball spilled out. Handball fired forward by Maddock. Stolen. Through the pack comes Cleaver. Had it knocked away. Tom Scott. Quick handball release. Stolen by Wilkinson. Gave it to McMahon of Newtown. Handball on the bounce taken by Ned Harris. Ned Harris tucks it under the arm. Been good this afternoon. Drives Newtown into attack. Case did okay. Knocked it away from Troop. Taken there by Dixon, gave a handball away that asked a lot of Clifton, and then Clifton got it on to Trent Thompson. Thompson taken in a tackle. We'll get a ball up at right half forward, just forward of the wing, favouring Newtown. They trail by 5 in this Pride Cup clash on GFL Match of the Day action. K-Rock Football. Hope you're enjoying the call through KROC 955, kroc.com.au, and the AFL Barwon Facebook live stream.
Scott's handball went back towards West, and then Thompson took it from West. He goes inside and inside the centre square. No mark taken. And Robinson stands up in the tackle for Newtown. Also in there is Horton. Ball spills free. Joseph was in there for Newtown as well. Wilkinson, the big fella, gets in there. The umpire letting it go. And now they'll have to come in and ball it up.
Plenty of numbers around.
Jay, and Gents, got some good news for you. Just had word from the Pride Cup officials. You guys are choosing the best on-ground medalist at the end of the day, so get thinking.
Fantastic. Very good. Well, We'll see how we go. The ball comes away. Joseph at the back end of the centre square for Newtown.
I've just decreed as head of the Curra commentary team that it'll go to the Steamatic standout, so congratulations, Kirsch.
Well done, Kirsch. Ball goes inside 50. Troop comes out for Newtown. Can't take the mark. He's wrapped up. The umpire lets it go. Slung to the ground. Pack develops at 50 from Newtown's goal.
Have we got the Leopold Sporties this week, Kingy?
We do, the $100 voucher. But I won't put that pressure on you, Buzz, because you're going to make a big call to give that away. We've got a ball up, 50 for Newtown. Tapped out. Oh, geez, slung in the tackle was McMahon. It was a good tackle too. Laid there by Sutterby. And we'll get a ball up at the edge of the centre square. Gee, the ruck-rove combination of West and Marcus Thompson is something to behold.
It's good, isn't it, to watch?
Gee, somebody's got to put a body on Thompson, though, at the ruck contest. Here's West winning the tap again. It's going to spill for Ned Harris, who had a body on Thompson at that contest. Ned Harris gave it to his brother Charlie. Charlie kicks into the right forward pocket for Newtown. Spoil from Trent Thompson. Out towards Sam Scott. Sam Scott looped it to Cleaver. Shrugged off Diamond. Gave a handball over the top. Chance now for Herbert to run. He might have received it from Dixon. Drives a kick towards left half forward. Bouncing ball is wide and away from Mitch Patton. And we'll get a boundary throw in at left half forward. Just looking at the footy this afternoon, conditions are pretty good. There's a little bit of breeze about, but, you know, this is a pretty good deck. No rain and the like. And you look at what we're seeing from these two clubs, and you know these are two clubs that aren't going to trouble the top three or four.
Exactly right. Yeah, 100%.
Wilkinson got it down. Herbert, though, roved it for Leopold. Got the numbers behind the Ball Eagles. Joseph came across. He missed it, though, and he lets the Leopold forward line in. Patton's kick around the corner. He's gone towards goal. Has it gone through? Or Diamond, did he get a hand to it? He did. And through for another behind to Leopold. They're 4-9-33. Newtown 4-3-27.
Diamond quickly on with it, pulls the kick to Robinson. Danger. Will Robinson couldn't take the mark. The hands of the pack tackle late. They'll be holding the ball. Might have been against Lane, and now advantage has been paid. Running himself into trouble was Egan. Just got a handball over his head. Tracking it towards the boundary line is Thompson to see it out. And we'll get a boundary throw in. Gee, they're vocal as always, the Leopold crowd, and they love their footy club. And they get under that awning in front of the social club, and the noise just gets trapped in there.
They wouldn't be happy the play's been over the other ground for most of the day.
No, correct. Boundary throw in. Tap down Fanning, roving Ned Harris for Newtown, a handball release. He's going to ask a lot here of his brother Charlie to run onto the footy. Under pressure from Cleaver. Gets a little bit of a help from Kerman, but the ball spills. Chance now for Leopold. Patton steps through the man coming towards him, and then a flying shot. And he has missed everything and put it out of bounds on the full. He has. Geez, he's got some tricks, Mitch Patton. We know that.
Yep. Playing
game 97 this afternoon. He's kicked 187 goals in his career. And he did everything right there against Cam Lewis except kick the goal. And a free kick for Newtown in the left back pocket.
They drive it long now. Matic goes towards Trooper, goes up at half back, long way up from the forward line. Ball spills free. Waters over the top of it. And not going anywhere at right half forward.
In a game like this too, Kingy, they're those half chances that teams need to take, particularly when the game's going to get down to the wire.
In fact, it was Ash who was there on the bottom of the pack, so he can't take it away. Newtown can. McMahon draws a play, gives the ball back to Robinson. Oh, under pressure. Gang tackling from Leopold. And I reckon the umpire didn't pay the free kick and said play on, but they might get it back through Clifton, who goes up. He can't take the mark. Rove, though. Handball came by Bogue. He got it inside the middle towards Charlie Harris, who goes out towards Sawney. Tracks it back towards half forward. He picks it up, can get around Thompson. He just holds it up. He's got not much to kick to. He comes back inboard looking for Foppiani, who takes the mark. And will shoot for goal from 45 out directly in front.
Oh, do you reckon Leopold fans are not happy with that?
Everyone stopped because they knew it was a free kick, but this umpire, I'm not sure which one it is, but he didn't agree.
Didn't agree. Connor Foppiani has got it.
Hasn't kicked a goal in his career.
No. And Frank was much better on the run, Frank. So let's see if Connor can be better. Which he is coming from 45 out directly in front. Start a step, right foot kick. No, not going to meet the distance. Goes up, big punch away. Spencer in the right forward pocket for Newtown. Kick was smothered out of bounds for a boundary throwing right forward pocket. So 4-9-33 Leopold, 4-3-27 Newtown. We played 27 and a half in this second term. Time clock thanks to Total Tools. Every tool for every trade.
Ball spins back into play. Fanning and West engage again. West just grabbed it out of the ruck, feigned a handball, and then he banged it on the boot to the middle of Memorial Park. It ricochets off the shins of Patton back into the path of Sutterby, who then took on the tackler, and the tackler is down. Keep an eye on that. Michael Case might have some issues. The kick inside 50 for Newtown, and Chilwell will land at the feet of both Spencer and Miller, and out of bounds for a boundary throw. And he's in a little bit of trouble, Michael Case, isn't he, Buzz?
He is, Kingy. I'm just trying to figure out if it was from the collision injury or he's actually done something more structural. He could just be winded here trying to...
I think he's holding his face because he got a fend off, and the elbow got him straight in the face, I reckon.
So we'll keep an eye on that for St John of God. So the ball is in the right forward pocket for a boundary
I think they're going to bring play to a halt.
He's in a lot of pain.
Yep.
So play has stopped, and the concern right now is for Michael Case in his second game for Leopold. Debuted last week against South Barwon for St John of God. Your emergency specialist now open 24/7. So Leopold's medical staff are taking the utmost care with the youngster.
He is moving around, I can see from there on, and he's just sitting up as we speak.
But I suspect Michael Case might not be seen again this afternoon. There's potentially concussion protocol linked with all this. Buzz, stay across it. He's a little bit wonky on the feet. He's like a newborn giraffe at the moment as he makes his way through the middle of Memorial Park.
The trainer just left him, though.
So players resumed with a boundary throw-in in the right forward pocket. We've gone 29 minutes on the Total Tools time clock. Both ruckmen go to ground. Ball hits the deck, or surely a free kick for Harris, who was taken high. That's Ned who will take it in game 51 for Newtown. Down on the mark stands 52 from goal. That's Brock Williamson, who's had his own 2 high free kicks this afternoon. Tackling technique just lacking for both teams. Harris drives a kick into the right forward pocket. And getting back and doing some good work defensively might be Gordon. He just fires a handball indiscriminately, lands with Charlie Harris, gave it to Sawney. Sawney with a don't argue, left foot snap, kick was smothered, then socket off the ground by Condi, rolled it towards Robinson. Sawney came again, handball stolen, Ash on debut, got a handball to Marcus Thompson. Marcus Thompson just kicks for space.
He goes back towards centre wing, kick off the ground by Egan for Newtown, back towards the front of the centre square. It goes back towards Diamond. It's chopped off. Williamson runs through for Leopold. Gets it out towards centre wing. And the mark has been taken there by Jennings. He goes inside. Oh, in fact, it was Giddings to Jennings.
Yep.
And Harris Jennings has taken the mark 40 out directly in front. So the two big boys help each other out there.
The Portland Mafia.
The Portland Mafia. They stole it.
Well,
they got it.
We've seen the last 3 entries by Leopold. That's their recipe. They get in there quick and isolate these two one-on-ones. They're very hard to beat. So get it in there.
So Harris Jennings comes in. Oh, no.
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 And the third time they've done that.
He's missed that to the far side, through for another behind. And the Leopold kicking woes continue. 4-10-34. They lead Newtown 4-3-27. Warrior Lily K-Rock second quarter scoreboard.
That's 10-28. They've kicked in their last 6 quarters, Leopold.
Maybe they need to watch more video and more training drills.
Diamond sends it very, very wide, wanting Fanning. West with a decisive spoil to knock it out of bounds. Boundary thrown. Jason Tom was a beautiful kick of the football. Surely
he'll be devastated.
There'd be some tuition coming from the Leopold Amos and Bannockburn Spearhead, now leading his beloved Lions as coach, first year. Expects to be in the role next year. As we hear, he still hasn't even got a contract for 2021.
Come on, Moose.
Grabbed out of the ruck by West. He's dumped in a Fanning tackle. And as we go past 31 minutes 20 on the Total Tools time clock, another ball up.
We're allowed to have a coach as K-Rock zone?
I think so.
All right, K-Rock's on Jason Tom.
Yeah.
Fanning went to go out of mid-air, had an absolute fresh air. He picked up by Herbert. Robinson lays a tackle. Herbert dragged to ground and holding the ball against Liam Herbert, the former GWV Rebel. Brought to ground, and Will Robinson has got the footy at right half-back for Newtown and Chilwell.
So he goes from half-back, looking towards half-forward. Wilkinson comes out. Oh, good mark too. And that was taken over there by Spencer, I think. It is it? No.
Long way away.
Might be Farley.
Farley it is, it is Farley too. And he gets the ball towards half-forward. Ned Harris was there. Now, Foppiani over the top of it as well. He tries to pick it up, and he does. And then he tries to break free, and he doesn't. The umpire takes a long time to come over and make a decision. He does in the end and says it's his.
Boys, Michael Case went straight up into the rooms. He did walk off unassisted up the stairs, which who knows if that's a good sign or not, but he wasn't in the hands of the trainers. It went straight into the change rooms.
Thanks, Buzz. Thanks, St John of God. Injury update there for Michael Case. We'll keep an eye on him through half-time. Free kick has been found here for Leopold. He's going to come back, I think, to Clifton. He's got it. Short little kick. And just holding the play up. They want to come back, Leopold. And back towards Keast, who takes the mark. Only about 30 out from the Newtown goal. We've had trouble with this, Leopold, in this second term, especially getting out of their defensive 50. He just goes short into the pocket. So they're still working hard to get it out. They come on, they've turned it over again. So Farley takes the mark. And 45 out from goal on the boundary line. He'll drive it back in for the Eagles.
Yeah, not Tom Gordon's best kick. Farley sees an open goal square. It fades back to the goal line. Thompson drops what he should have taken. That was Trent. And then there's going to be a free kick, I reckon, at the bottom of the pack for too high. And it's going to go to Tom Gordon. He'll get another opportunity to try and relieve the situation for the Lions. 33 and a half minutes have ticked over. We did get a slight delay with that injury to Michael Case, who is now in the rooms, as Josh Conway tells us, for St John of God. Gordon plays on under pressure from Troop. A high ball. Bogue sets himself, calls his teammates out. Couldn't complete the mark. Ball towards the boundary line. Seeing it out. And over isn't Connor Giddings. And we'll get a boundary throw-in. Right in front of our best seats in the house, Buzz.
Case isn't the only Leopold player who's gone to the rooms early. Trent West has just come off. No trainers around him, just walked straight up the stairs and into the rooms. Not sure if he just wants an extra couple of minutes to himself or what, but he's gone up into the rooms.
That's why Giddings is doing the ruck work at the moment. He won the second tap towards the boundary line. Waters was there along with Diamond. Waters from Leopold on debut. Can't miss him. The sort of your 10cc dreadlock holiday.
That's Wayne Wiedemann style. That
arrangement. That is very straight out of Fish Creek. For those who remember the former Adelaide Colt hero, Fanning and Giddings, and that is half-time in the Pride Cup. And no surprise with the recent history between these two clubs, including a margin of a couple of points back earlier in the season and a draw in 2019, that we've got another close one between Leopold and Newtown and Chilwell. The Lions 4-10-34 leading the Eagles 4-3-27 at half-time. Buzz is heading out onto the ground, see if he can catch up with one of the Leopold boys and get their thoughts on the first half of action. And of course half-time thanks to Next Level Skirmish. Buzz doing some sort of tagging work down there, Wombat Gully style. Who have you got?
Yeah, Marcus might need a bit of tagging. You've been busy in this opening half. Marcus Thompson alongside. What did you make of the opening two quarters?
I'm not sure about getting plenty of it. I've seen to be slowing down that last quarter. But, look, it's a really good contest. I think we probably wasted a few opportunities then. But, look, we're getting inside 50, and that's the main thing. That we know the score's going to come. We've got to get that pressure up.
How are you finding that forward cohesion without a big Boydie or Tony Ruggles down there?
Yeah, look, it's just something we have to adjust to. It's probably something we haven't had in years previous. So we're just going to make sure we keep lowering the eyes, and when it goes in, I can make sure we've got forward retention. So, yeah.
Beautiful. Thanks for your time, Marcus.
Good work, Buzz. That's Josh Conway there speaking with Leopold star Marcus Thompson. It's half-time thanks to Next Level Skirmish. Now, do you want paintball without the mess or bruises? You can get your free birthday party with $230 when you book and pay for 10 or more players. We'll be back after the break. We'll get injury updates for St John of God, and we'll also go around the grounds for Leopold Sportsman's Club. And the great man himself, all hail Marcel Behrens from Sports Media Photography, who has just rolled in. He's been very busy this afternoon. I'm not sure, he wants something to eat, I think. He's looking for some of the KFC. He's a bit late.
That ship has sailed.
That has long gone.
long gone.
Can't wait to go around the grounds for Leopold Sportsman's Club. Leopold Sport is your complete family venue at half-time. Pride Cup, GFL, match of the day on Live Breathe, K-Rock Football.
I don't mind the look of that.
It sure isn't easy to find in 2021. You've got apps,
Websites, agencies, speed dating mixes, friends of friends, local sport, and SFRs. We like contacted the supermarket, track stopping counters.
Enough! Oh, but I was just... One of our own has looked at all of these options, said,
Spare me.
and gone to the one place you can still be guaranteed to find a meaningful, fulfilling, mutually respectful relationship. Yes, that's right. Reality TV.
A little bit of love. I need a little love.
K-Rock's out Herbie has taken her search for love to the telly and will star in this season's Farmer Wants a Wife on Channel 7. We know her, we love her, and we can't wait for the rest of Australia to fall in love with Herbie too. Those farmers won't know what hit them.
Let's get it on.
Come on, Geelong, the Surf Coast and the Bellarine. Let's get behind our girl Herbie. Farmer Wants a Wife, 7:30 p.m. this Sunday on Channel 7.
Hamlin Homes, proudly Geelong's largest locally owned and operated builder. Distinctively familiar with the region's lifestyles, landscapes and suppliers. Distinctive in history, having served the local area since 1983. Distinctive in our ongoing commitment to the local community. Distinctive in design, taking inspiration from the local environment to create beautifully unique homes that reflect our clients' aspirations. Hamlin Homes, distinctively local. hamlin.com.au.
At home, on the work site, in the office, there are some big cleaning problems you just don't want to deal with.
Don't panic. Call Steamatic.
Steamatic has real solutions to your cleaning problems. Graffiti removal, kitchen canopy cleaning, blasting services or the big industrial jobs, they're equipped to handle it all. Steamatic, a standout job every time and on standby when you need them most.
Don't panic. Call Steamatic.
Essington Street, Grovedale. Visit steamaticgeelong.com.au.
Meals with the family, drinks with your mates, and plenty of good times. It's all back on at the Leopold Sportsman's Club. Monday night is family night, $18 for 2 courses, and just $10 for the kids, plus free face painting. The Cash Members Cash Draw and raffles happen every Tuesday, and Wednesday is $17 palmy night, with your choice of 5 palmy varieties. Great lunch specials Monday to Saturday, and the sports bar is fully open. LeopoldSporties.com, your complete family venue. 135 Kensington Road, Leopold.
Shane Crawford here with Chance, my local APCO Cafe 24/7 barista. Chance, what makes your award-winning coffee taste so good?
It's the ingredients you care in every cup. We use our signature blend Giganti beans and Aussie-owned, Aussie-made Pura milk. Our award-winning Giganti beans are specialty roasted and Pura milk textured into a silky smooth for the best cup of coffee.
Giganti Coffee, Pure Milk and APCO Cafe 24/7, all proudly Australian-owned. APCO Cafe 24/7, now that's a good barista coffee.
We've got you.
At Harvey Norman, get up to $1,000 cashback when you buy a selected Samsung TV and soundbar together. Samsung 65-inch Q60 TV, $1,895 plus $200 cashback when you buy with a Samsung soundbar. Go big. Samsung 75-inch Q60 TV, $2,495 plus $250 cashback offer. Samsung 75-inch The Frame TV, under $3,500 plus $350 cashback when you buy with a selected Samsung soundbar. Samsung cashback for a limited time, now at Harvey Norman. Easy parking at 2 great locations, Corio and Warn Ponds.
Thanks to our #1 ticket holder, APCO. Fueled by APCO Cafe 24/7.
Williamson picks it up, runs through traffic, gives it away to O'Brien. O'Brien 20 metres out, closing, and kicks the goal. The Lambie's Tavern goal of the day.
Down on the mark stands 40 from goal. McMahon just with a sneaky little kick. Marcus Thompson with the one-handed handle and hanger. Yeah, he's a good player, Marcus Thompson. He spoke to Josh Conway at half-time as he came from the ground and says he could probably do a little bit more and find a bit more of the footy.
He's doing all right.
He's doing all right if he thinks so.
The TAC stats tracker will be very interesting when that comes out later in the weekend to see how Marcus Thompson has fared. It'll be interesting to see how he's going at half-time. It is half-time, thanks to Next Level Skirmish. Now, if you like paintball without the mess or bruises, get your free birthday party with $230 when you book and pay for 10 or more players. nextlevelskirmish.com.au. Buzz, intrigue for St John of God, just maybe surrounding why Trent West left the ground early, maybe just a pit stop.
Could be. Kingy, as I said, he walked off unassisted and I couldn't see anything that was...
I said pit.
I know you did.
Yeah, that's all right.
If he was smart, he'd be going to get a long sleeve jumper. That's what he'd be doing out of his bag.
So we'll keep an eye, see if he comes out in the start of the third quarter. But yeah, Michael Case is obviously the main one. Kingy with that heavy hit in the middle of the ground came off. As I said, ended up walking into the rooms unassisted, but was certainly clutching his head. There was no blood or anything, which, again, who knows if that's a good or bad thing. Doesn't necessarily mean he's escaped without injury, but certainly watching him, and we might not see him in the second half.
Right. That mean they're one down on the bench around the grounds thanks to Leopold Sportsman's Club. Leopold Sport is your complete family venue. Last week on the menu,
here we go.
on the specials board,
We haven't had this today.
pork schnitzel with a pineapple and gravy.
Yuck. Pineapple?
You can't do pineapple.
This is another great debate with pineapple, is it?
Pizza, yes.
Look at the look on his face. It's like you just...
Sorry, I'm going to shop Bambi there.
Pig and pineapple go together.
This is true.
It's a ham and pineapple pizza that you would normally have, Bob.
I'm sure it's very good, King. I'm not getting the quality. I'm just saying, pineapple, not on a schnitzel for me.
No?
No.
Really?
No. That's just me. I could be weird.
No, I agree. And not even on a pizza. You can't have... No.
That's another debate altogether.
No.
And I bet you're one of these people who calls it a Parma too.
No way. No way. It's Parmy, thank you. I don't want to... Oh, God, you should see it.
Now, they have Parmy night Wednesday.
Nice.
I think Tuesday. I'll have to clarify. Tuesday or Wednesday
Somebody will tell you in a minute
Darren
anyway,
Nicklich will be listening.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Chef, he'll message me. It is Parmy night. Are you Parmy or Parma?
Parmy?
Palmy.
Yeah. Good. See, debate.
Who are these people?
Debate resolved. Can you please go around the grounds for Leopold Sporties? The GDFL round 10.
Round 10, yes. Winch 7.850, Anarchy 2.618, East Geelong 10.666, Belmont 4.226, North Geelong 11.1480, Corio 4.327.
I thought Corio were half a sniff in that, or maybe that's the pessimist North Geelong number one ticket holder.
So, which is being reviewed, I hear too. Bellpost Hill 11.1177, Thompson 4.327.
Oh, jeez. There is it. Oh, do you know, I'm going to make a call. Thompson aren't playing finals.
There's a stench at Thompson at the moment. And I don't know what's going on there, but they're 50 points down. That's not good. Werribee 4.630 down to Inverleigh 8.553.
I'll make another call. Yes. Inverleigh will go through champions.
Oof.
Haven't won a flag for 29 years.
I tell you what, if they go through as champions, you won't be able to talk to Mick Filet for about 3 months. Big G's, 3 months, I tell you.
In the lead districts.
Lead district, Bannockburn.
Hodgson coach.
Yeah,
he did. 6.541, Bannockburn, Geelong West 6.440. So a close one out at Victoria Park.
Don't sleep on East Geelong. I think I said it last week. Yes. East Geelong.
Yes.
And they're going to be the beneficiaries because they're not in that group of teams playing today. They're playing Belmont Lions for the Mark Lomas Shield.
They are.
And it's also NAIDOC week, and they're having a big celebration out there as well. So we know the close connection between Belmont Lions and the Wadawurrung community and the Wadawurrung Aboriginal Co-op and through the Edwards family. The late Trevor set up, and Craig and Mark have carried on that work. Mark's now president of Belmont Lions, so well done to those guys. Earlier today in the qualifying final of the VFLW. Now, the live score said that Geelong finished 3-3-21. In fact, no, they didn't. They finished 2-8-20 and lost by a goal, 4-2-26. So Geelong VFLW and Leopold were seen training together during the week.
And next week.
Were you doing the live scores on that one, Kirsch? You usually stuff them up.
Here we go.
I'll tell you how bad it's been today, Josh. My old man's texted me twice to get it right.
My phone was blowing up mid-first quarter saying...
It's a lot to do, Josh, with this computer, I can tell you.
It was quarter time.
I'll tell you what, upset alert at the MCG. GWS 8-8-56 lead Melbourne 5-9-39 at three-quarter time.
Jeez.
So GWS are going to potentially in 6 days go from being beaten by Hawthorn to beating Melbourne. You're going to love the AFL, don't you? What a great
on your
time.
day.
And all of a sudden, when you thought Melbourne had a stranglehold on the minor premiership, they are now in a not a world hurt, because they're still going to be on top of the ladder, but they've opened the door to a couple of other clubs.
Vulnerable.
We'll take another break. We'll come back, and when we come back, we'll get the thoughts on the first half from Matt Kershaw for Wilson's Real Estate, and also look at his head-to-head for Geelong Insurance Brokers, thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. If you buy a barista-made coffee from your local APCO Cafe 24/7, you've got a chance to win free coffee for a year. Live, breathe, K-Rock Footy.
Weekend breakfast with Andy and Ben.
New South Wales Transport Minister Andrew Constance. He wants every vehicle on Sydney's roads to be electric. Dreaming. There is no way. The thing is, as well with electric cars, is I know I would forget to charge it. I just know I would drive home, I'd wake up in the morning, be running late for work, as always, and it's going to be like, hey, I need a jump. Good luck to him. No, this Andrew bloke. Keep an eye on it. He wants the entire network to be changed by 2030.
Yeah,
So
I reckon if we change those numbers around by 30-20, he might be a chance.
Weekend Breakfast with Andy and Ben on K-Rock 955. The Ponds is now open for indoor and outdoor dining, 12 noon till 9 p.m. every day. Bookings essential.
Time for a new outlook on life? It's time for freedom. Discover Freedom by Metricon's brand new Alto display, now open on the Bellarine. This is a unique double-storey dream home. Design-led Alto is all about the world around you, taking in sea views or rural landscapes. Alto is about space too. 4 bedrooms and a study, open plan living, open balconies and outdoor room to move. Freedom by Metricon's Alto display is now open daily 11 till 5. See it now. 4 Appleby Street, Kaluas.
Hitting G-Town after the game? You know where you're going to end up, don't you? Lammy's. So why not start the night strong? There's nothing that's more iconically Geelong than our very own Lammy's sesh. Get your weekly dose of great tunes all night long. Give yourself something to talk about Monday. And remember, never, ever lamb alone. Lammy's Tavern, open from 9 p.m. every Friday to Sunday, with free entry before 10 p.m. Lammy's, you know where to go.
Go, Harvey Norman, go.
Need a bargain now? Harvey Norman is Geelong's home of big brands and even bigger bargains. It's all at Harvey Norman's 2 big Geelong locations, Corio and Warren Ponds. Come in for some great service, a great price and the right advice on furniture, bedding, flooring, electrical and computers. Plus, there's plenty of parking. See your local Harvey Norman store today. Princes Highway Corio and Princes Highway Warren Ponds.
Shane Crawford here with Chance, my local Abco Cafe 24/7 barista. Chance, what makes your award-winning coffee taste so good?
It's the ingredients and care in every cup. We use our signature blend, Giganti beans, and Aussie-owned, Aussie-made Pura milk. Our award-winning Giganti beans are specialty roasted and Pura milk textured until silky smooth for the best cup of coffee.
Giganti Coffee, Pure Milk and Abco Cafe 24/7, all proudly Australian-owned. Abco Cafe 24/7, now that's a good barista coffee.
We've got you.
Give yourself the home ground advantage at Warralilly. It's the place where the environment thrives, where over 1 million trees and shrubs have been planted, and 5 kilometres of the multi-award-winning Armstrong Creek has been restored into a natural wonderland, where you can ride, walk or run along trails that meander past conservation gardens, public art, playgrounds and stunning waterways. It's why Warralilly is a national environmental award-winning community. New land releases now selling. Visit warralilly.com.au.
Thanks to Freedom by Metricon.
Half-time coming to its conclusion here at Leopold Memorial Park with the Lions leading the Pride Cup by 7 points at the main break. We'll go down to Josh Conway for South Point Garden Supplies. Buzz, it is getting very dark to the west.
Yeah, just had a peek over the club rooms, Kingy. She's pretty dark and there's a bit of light rain just starting to fall as the teams get set for this third term. It's very dark. The lights have to be flicked on shortly.
Yeah, can you go and organise that? That'd just make viewing a little bit easier. Thank you for that, Buzz. Let's have a look at the Geelong Insurance Brokers head-to-head matchup. West versus Fanning and Wilkinson. Now, Buzz, has Trent West re-emerged?
He has re-emerged, King. He's even hopping to the middle, just trying to say to me that there's nothing wrong with him. Might have been a pit stop, as you mentioned before half-time.
Let's look at that matchup. Who's winning it?
West by a long shot at the moment. He's been the dominant ruckman out in the oval. He's actually doing a lot around the ground. His second efforts have been terrific. He's had a couple of clearances as well. So I think his follow-up work to his ruck work's been really good today. And the other two have been non-influential so far.
With more than 39 years in the insurance industry, Managing Director Don and the team at Geelong Insurance Brokers work with their clients to ensure they have the right cover, not just the cheapest premium. Players in position, umpires in position, Verticizzi, Robinson and K-Rock's own Jonathan Zarb, who has it in the middle of Leopold Memorial Park, about to toss it into the air to start this third quarter, which will be thanks to Metricon, Geelong's local builder for over 21 years. The Pride Cup on the line and plenty of pride for these two clubs as well. Here's Jason Doherty.
David Fanning and Trent West in the ruck contest. Fanning gets it down and gets a second effort as well. His kick was partly smothered though. And they get it out of the middle. Leopold through Scott. They go towards half forward. Getting across there is Kerman for Newtown in front. Gets it away to Lewis under pressure. Works in the phone box back to Kerman, who gets around then wrapped up holding the ball. Oh, the umpire says play on. And they go close to the boundary line against Sutterby, so Newtown are able to get it out through towards Robinson at half back. He can't take it with him though, and Leopold working hard to try and keep it inside their forward or close to their forward 50, and I think they do so, and the umpire will come in and ball it up. Oh, lucky there, Newtown in defence.
How important is scoreboard pressure going to be in the first couple of minutes of this game?
The ball comes to the side. West was there again. Thompson put a tackle on. Condi over the top of it as well. Umpire Zarb. K-Rock zone will come in. Ball it up again. 55 out from the Leopold goal.
Back into the air. West and Fanning. West getting the hand onto the footy and putting into the path of Marcus Thompson, who under pressure has put it out on the full, and they had issues with that in the first quarter. Leopold on that side of the ground with the ball going out on the full, and once again it's happened, and Lewis is the recipient of the free kick in the left back pocket for Newtown. A high kick that he sends towards half-back off the fist of either Fanning or West. It's going to be a free kick for a push and advantage paid. Wilkinson shared it with McMahon for Newtown. The skipper drives it long to a one-on-one, knocked away from Troop by Keys. Front of the pack, Sawney couldn't take it cleanly. McMahon coming up to follow the contest, sees it out of bounds for a boundary throw-in, left half forward. Wombat Gully Plant Farm. Anything changed matchup-wise that you've seen of note?
No, absolutely zero. So the same as first half. So I think if teams are starting to try and get a little bit of advantage somewhere, they're going to have to make some changes.
Fanning, front position. West got rid of him, won the tap down. McMahon trying to barge his way through against the other number 9 in Marcus Thompson, and he's held up and going nowhere. Geez, just a grimace there from Matt McMahon in that tackle. I hope he's okay. With 3-time. And he gets up a little bit gingerly, but that body is battered and bruised from nearly 220 games at this level. Tap down West, roving by Sam Scott for Leopold, and the skipper sends it long towards half forward. Patton in a one-on-one against Lewis. Patton trying to just sort of Gaelic football it to his own advantage. He couldn't, but Giddings was clean. Handball released to Patton.
Patton now 50 out from goal. Open back towards the top of the square. Coming at it as Scott turns around the corner. Tom Scott, left foot kick. Goal! He's kicked it. The Lambie's Tavern goal of the day contender from Tom Scott, who made space from half forward, came in, great kick across his body, Patton, and Tom Scott kicks his first, and the goal for Leopold. And as Kirsch was saying, scoreboard pressure early in this third term. They go to 5-10-40 Leopold. They lead Newtown 4-3-27. Metricon, K-Rock third quarter scoreboard.
Yeah, another one from stoppage. Trent West out to Sam Scott. Sam Scott long down the line there. Mitch Patton was so clever then. He actually kept the ball in front of him, gained possession, got the ball back inside, got the ball back, and then that was a deliberate cross into the corridor to kick that, set that goal up. Fantastic play, Leopold.
It would have been finished off by Harry Kane with just a tap into the back of the net. Here's Harris. That was Ned giving it off to McMahon, who has a bounce, streams towards left half forward, just checks his kick because Miller was unmanned. How does that happen? You've just come from a restart in the middle of the ground, and Louis Miller is unchecked 15 metres in the clear and now marking Kirsch.
Run forward to the ball and no defensive transition with him. This is what's going to kill Jay's time at the moment, because Leopold get that advantage, and straight away this happened for the third time in the last quarter and a half, where Newtown replies straight away.
Miller kicked one in the second quarter. Cut the margin back to 3 points. This to cut the margin back to 7. He starts it right, and he has missed to the right, and the margin is 12. So Leopold lead on the third quarter. K-Rock Metricon scoreboard. Metricon Home's new reverse living display home, now open at Kerr Lewis. Leopold 5-10-40. Newtown 4-4-28.
Gordon kicks it in. Trent Thompson in the back pocket for the Lions. Goes along the line. Dixon was there. I think they ran out of room. No, they said play on. Condi for Newtown. Gives it to Robinson. Short little kick. Ed Harris has taken the mark. Still 50 from goal. And it's gone back. Called to play on now, said the umpire. So he's going to. Goes across half forward with the kick over a number of players who are lining up there. Now Leopold can get it back only as far though as Harris again. He's going to try again. This time he goes towards the lead, and that's a much better kick and a much better lead. And I think it's Miller again who's taken the mark and will shoot for goal from 35 out. Slight angle. And he's had a go at it 90 seconds ago, so let's see if he can do better this time.
Have been asked on the KFC Twitter, what number is Harry Kane for the Polders? He was Tom Scott wearing number 7.
So he comes in. Louis Miller, 1-1 already, and this time much better. He was very early with the celebration. It was straight through for his second of the afternoon. And the fifth for Newtown. They go to 5-4-34. And they trail Leopold 5-10-40. And that's on the third quarter Metricon K-Rock scoreboard. And for Wilson's Real Estate Geelong property done properly in the experts chair, here's Matt Kershaw.
Unfortunately for Leopold, it's a much repeat of the first half, isn't it? Trying to get the ball out of their back half and continually turning it over at the half-back flank mark and giving Newtown repeat opportunities and retention inside forward 50 to have repeat shots, and the damn wall breaks and they kick a goal.
Back in the middle, Fanning winning the tap this time. Rolling ball, attacked by Marcus Thompson. Handball release, went wide, looking out there for Cleaver. Couldn't find him. Sutterby was first onto the ball. He was wrapped up by Cleaver, and we will get a ball up. Point of the square, right half forward. 6-point lead for Leopold. Third quarter of the Pride Cup GFL match of the day on K-Rock. Tap down Fanning, roving Sutterby. Quick kick forward, Cleaver. Outside of the right boot. Will it pitch inside the field of play? No, in fact, the mark is taken out there on the chest. And now the kick will come inside for Leopold to the top of the square. Giddings flew, couldn't mark, front of the pack. Trying to take the footy was O'Brien. He got a handball away. Comes out the back, Herbert. Heard the voice of Pepper. Tracks it back onto the cricket wicket. Gives a handball to Thompson. Trent Thompson wide, and he finds Marcus Thompson, no relation.
Now Marcus Thompson, short again. It's okay. Ash takes the mark. 50, probably 53 from goal. He's looking for the pass. He does now. He comes inside. It's a good kick too. Just let it sit there for Sam Scott to run onto. There was a bit of space there, about 10 metres, and Sam Scott ran on there and took the mark and will shoot for goal from 40 out directly in front. And he wants to move on quickly because there's somebody... Well, that wasn't a great kick in the end because getting back there and helping out was Nick Egan for Newtown. He was trying to put it into the pocket to Patton, who... Last time I looked, he's not 6'3".
They've done that a few times, haven't they?
Just kick a goal.
Yeah, have a shot. have a shot. Yep.
So boundary throw in, about 40 around from goal. 5'10", 40 Leopold, 5'4", 34 Newtown.
Suspect Leopold might kick with the aid of the breeze in the last, so they'll have to battle hard in this third. West fist it forward into the forward pocket. Sutterby tracks it towards the boundary line, kept it alive. Handball back to Bogue. Bogue gives it to Ned Harris. Ned Harris to Connor Joseph. Joseph, oh, wonderful tackle, and that's a free kick. I reckon it might have been Cleaver winning himself a free kick, was it? Or Willie? No, in fact, it was Horton who's won himself the free kick. Josh Horton with a big tackle on Connor Joseph. Just one too many handballs, Kirsch.
They're the number one handball team in the competition in Newtown. They like to possess, chain out. But sometimes when frontal pressure's coming at you, you need to get rid of that ball.
To restore a 12-point advantage for the Lions. He's flirting with the left-hand goalpost, but he's just snuck it in, Josh Horton. He's first of the afternoon, and the Lions have got their sixth, and they're back out by 2 kicks. They're 6-10-46. Newtown and Chilwell are 5-4-34 in this third quarter. Thanks to Metricon. They're looking for skilled tradies to join the local team. Call 1300 Metricon to inquire today. And in the experts chair for Wilson's Real Estate is Matty Kershaw.
That's the area we just spoke about, Kingy, not to over-possess the ball. Is you're 15 to 20 metre out in front of the opposition goal in the corridor, and you will pay the price if other teams will pressure you. And to Leopold's credit, their frontal and chasing pressure then was fantastic and forced the error, and great result, great finish.
Feels like 4.8, I can tell you it does. Feels like 4.8 here at Leopold Memorial Park, back in the middle. Fanning gets the left hand to it, gets it towards centre wing. Foppiani runs off the wing, he's got the handball away, goes towards half forward, started to be pushed past it. Pepper, kick off the ground, came through the middle from Farley, but Leopold standing strong across half back. They go wide, they've got a number of players, and Nick Lane is one of them who takes the mark at half back. He's got Herbert short. He's got O'Brien coming across as well. He's got Giddings and also Horton from behind. Giddings goes up off the back of the pack. Horton, can he keep it in? Yes, he can. Goes to the right foot kick towards a 2-on-2. Patton's there off the back of the pack. Lewis got a hand to it. Saw it over the boundary line for a throw in left half forward for the Lions.
Kingy, you mentioned that breeze. It is definitely favouring Newtown then at the moment. If anything, it's not overly strong, but it is definitely favouring that, and Leopold will kick with it in the final term.
Just thought with Sam Scott not having that shot at goal, he actually is a nice kick of the footy, but he decided not to, that maybe he was concerned about that breeze. Boundary thrown, thanks for that buzz for South Point Garden Supplies. Ball's on ground level from the boundary thrown. McMahoney's underneath that pack. Surprise, surprise, and we will get a ball up. Also, they're working hard. Sutterby, who's been once again busy this afternoon. Umpire puts it into the air. Fanning front position. He won the tap down. Trying to track the footy is McMahon. Lost it in the tackle. Sutterby comes and helps him out. He's driven into the ground, and the umpire says, give it to me one more time. About 53 out. So the rainbow 50-metre arcs as part of the Pride Cup game. That look fantastic here at Memorial Park. West. He was being held. He won the tap down inside forward 50, but tracking it back for Newtown was Diamond. Diamond brings it towards our best seats in the house. Babco Cafe 24/7, keeping it alive at the boundary line. Farley with a little bit of trickery, but in the end, just didn't get enough on it to knock it back into play. It rolled out of play, and we'll get another boundary throw in. Trent West, I tell you what, when whatever money he's being paid as the number one ruck in the comp rolls into his bank account, he earns every cent of it. There's going to be a free... surely being held with Jennings. He's actually copped one there. It's going to be a free kick for Leopold. It's going to go to Williamson, not for the first time today, taken high. Just keep an eye on Harris Jennings for St John of God, please. Buzz, just cop one coming through that pack.
So Williamson now from the middle goes inside. Good pass. Oh, Nelly Giddings should have taken a mark at the end. He got both hands to it. Ball spills free. Cleaver gets it back outside 50. Now back to Keith. They're running backwards. Kirsch is going wide. The ball comes back, and now they've turned it over. Newtown across half back. They got it. The handball came over the head of Diamond. Might be okay. Sotheby's handball. Over possessing again. Diamond runs into trouble. 3 people there. Now close to it. The boundary line and out in the end for a throw in.
Chase, when you're 30 metres out and you have an opportunity to at least snap or have a shot on goal, and you handball the back, and you get to 70 out and you get some pressure on you, you've turned the ball over at 70, not at 20.
That's exactly right. Simple.
Yeah.
Boundary throw in. West works his way to the front and close to the boundary line. The ball came from Bogue, who couldn't pick it up at the first occasion, or his handball was smothered. Then he tried to pick it up again. The umpire's on it for a long time and holding the ball, said the umpire. K-Rock's own as well.
He's stiff there, Matty Bogue.
Has given the free kick away.
Signalled the wrong way as well. So K-Rock's own just having a bad moment.
K-Rock's own having a bad moment. Ball comes inside 50. Patton on a lead again. Close to the boundary line. The umpire said, what is it? Hang on. Was it out? We're going to have a conference. He took the mark.
Mitch Patton took it and got up very quickly, as if to say, this is out on the full.
Oh, it's out on the full.
How does that happen, though?
Well, I think the field umpire said, look, that was out in the full. Mitch Patton tried to fool everybody.
He did.
Well, it fooled me.
Yeah, well, not hard. Lewis, from the back pocket, goes long towards Maddox, who should be able to take an uncontested mark at half back.
Gives a handball off to Kapala at right half back, who sends a kick to half forward, wanting Wilkinson. Spoil from Pepper, knocked it back. Numbers there for Leopold, including Lane. Lane on his left boot, sees Cleaver, has to sit and wait for it. Diamond, the spoil umpires, his arm chop or mark. Take your pick. Cleaver comes inboard with the kick. Marcus Thompson has marked for Leopold. Just back of the wing. Broadcast side takes off and sends a very, very wide ball out towards the scoreboard. Shows a 12-point Leopold lead. Finds out there Jennings, who has a bounce. Sends a kick inside 50. Patton his target. Back with the flight. Kermond. Hamlin Hanger going back on the juggle. Took a wonderful mark. Then he wants to play on. And under pressure, his kick on the bounce. Taken by Robinson. Confronted. His kick was poor. Cleaver will mark 40 out from goal. And this is a game that maybe won't go down in the annals of history as one of the greats. He chips one over the top that Sam Scott has marked just in front of Kapala.
Seriously. Yeah.
You have to overlay the Benny Hill music on this, I reckon.
It's a bit going on, wasn't there?
For those listening at home through KRock 955 or krock.com.au, it's hard to describe that just some of the skill execution has been abysmal.
Yep.
And
that's being polite.
For those watching it through the AFL Barwon Facebook live stream, you're seeing what we're seeing here at the ground. Scott, for an 18-point Leopold lead, delivers the captain. He kicks his first. Sammy Scott kicks Leopold 7th, and they have the biggest lead of the afternoon now at 18 points. They're 7-10-52. They lead Newtown and Chilwell 5-4-34. And this third quarter, thanks to Metricon. Metricon, Geelong's local builder, that's over 21 years here at Leopold Memorial Park. We've gone 14 and a half minutes in the third.
I'll tell you what, we're picking up head-to-heads and the way the game's going, but what I have picked up at this ground right now is it's got that dark, but the automatic sensors on vehicles have gone on and headlights are on everywhere. If you have a look around the ground, that's how dark it's getting here at the Memorial Reserve.
The light in the K-Rock box is actually lighter than anything on the ground.
It has got dark here.
From the middle, Newtown move it now. Mitchie Diamond comes off half-back, goes towards half-forward. Sawney stands in the mark, can't take it. Running through Gordon for Leopold at half-back. Gets the 1-2 from Pepper. He goes across the half-back flank, does nicely. Gets it to Marcus Thompson. Goes out further afield. Keys takes the mark uncontested. He goes to centre wing, possessing the ball nicely. They just move it along. The big fella, West goes now. Oh, great kick to 50. Now they're running free. They've got it inside 50 again. Punched away Kermond against Scott. and it's out of bounds for a throw-in. So they moved the ball nicely, Leopold, from half-back there.
That's what they haven't been doing all game.
Yeah.
They haven't been taking what the opposition gives them, and they're not taking the easy targets. That time they did, and they've got themselves to a forward pocket opportunity to score, at least have a score opportunity.
18 points to the Leopold lead in this third quarter, thanks to Metricon. Fanning and Giddings. Fanning just got rid of Giddings and then grabbed that out of the ruck and jammed it on the boot. A high kick towards the outer wing. Troop front position, fisted away by Keese. Keese rolling ball went to Pepper. Pepper snaps over his left shoulder. That will flirt with the boundary line. In fact, it will go out on the full. Not for the first time this afternoon. You would think it's an opposition team playing at Cardinia Park by the amount of out of bounds on the fulls on the outer side. But it's Leopold playing on the same ground they've played on for 65 years. And at left half back, Fanning has got it. He sends a long ball towards half forward. Troop has it fisted away by Keith. Sawney, front of the pack, through traffic, got tackled. Chance for Sutterby. He couldn't take it. Leopold with numbers, including Marcus Thompson, who gave it to Williamson.
Williamson goes outboard. It's okay too. And just slow the ball up now. Jennings gets around. Oh, got into trouble. Got the handball back. Gordon off a step towards half forward. Mark might be okay. Ash takes the mark. Close to the bench line, brings it back inboard. It's okay. Oh, K-Rock's own maybe Waters. We'll just be the maybe on there. Herbert goes inside 50 and chopped off again. Kerman gives the handball, running back. Diamond gets it to Lewis, still inside 50, chips the ball. Trent Thompson got a hand to it. He's surrounded by Newtown players. He did nicely. McMahon comes back to Lewis off a step, goes towards centre wing. Fanning's got 3 Leopold players all over. Oh, over. Jennings takes a nice mark too. Harris Jennings on centre wing for the Lions.
Cameron Lewis's ball drop is very interesting.
Yes, it is.
Kick inside, forward 50. Jennings over the head of Giddings, cleaned up at the back by Diamond. Handball release. GG a little bit too much pepper on that handball of Egan. Yeah, it's off hands and out of bounds for a boundary throw-in.
He lets go of the ball with both hands, doesn't he?
He does. It's a unique kicking action from Cameron Lewis. I hadn't picked up on it before in previous broadcast games, but he really does look a little bit different. Not a lot of margin for error with that ball drop. Head over the footy, well done Cleaver. And then was able to snap a kick inside forward 50. Bouncing ball sits up for Egan, but he runs straight into a 2-man Leopold tackle. Horton, one of those, to drag him to ground. And we will get a ball up. Tom Scott might have been involved as well. 18-point Leopold lead. Gee, another one might almost put this one to bed. West, a tap down. He'll win. Sutterby a handball on the up to Robinson. Robinson just hacked it onto the boot towards left half back. A right half back rolling ball. Well trapped there for Leopold. Chance for Gordon to give a handball release away after getting it from Clifton. He gives it off by hand. Kicking on his left. Lane to the left forward pocket. Here comes Maddock with a big spoil, knocking it out of bounds. And we will get a boundary throw-in. So left forward pocket. Port Arlington Road into the ground in this third quarter. It is dark, dark, dark here at Leopold Memorial Park. 18 points is the Leopold lead. 18 and a half minutes into the third quarter on the Total Tools time clock. Total Tools, every tool for every trade.
And cold.
He's doing lyrics too over here. He's doing poetry. He's doing dark, dark, dark at Memorial
Park. He's got it all going on, hasn't he?
So Keast. What am I talking about? West from behind. Does nicely, like Morrison last week. Goes over the top, don't go there. Harris, half back. Goes towards Miller. Oh, Trent Thompson gets back there, puts an arm on it. Oh, Matty McMahon comes in. Has to be over the shoulder. The footy was a kilometre away. The ball. Tom Gordon gets up.
He certainly earned it, didn't he?
That's Matty's way. Yep. So makes you earn it. So Gordon now.
I reckon Trent Thompson might have given Matty a bit too.
He goes inside 50 towards West. Over the back was Maddock there as well. Jennings close to the boundary line, wrapped up, and Gigi gets slung. The umpire said play on, and it is in the left forward pocket. And we'll have a boundary throw in. Leopold into attack again.
That's an extraordinary moustache that Trent Thompson's running.
It's a moustache, isn't it?
It's got a bit of fluffiness about it.
It has. Boundary throw in.
I reckon he runs a wall of balsam through it.
West gets it down.
Oh, it's well looked after and groomed.
Ned Harris puts on a good tackle. The ball. The umpire says we'll have a ball up, and it will be about 30 out from the Leopold goal.
The Leopold Sporties, GWS 63, lead Melbourne 54 with 4.5 minutes to play.
Wow. Free kick here to Newtown. Cam Wilkinson in the ruck contest. He gives the handball away quickly, and they get it out Further towards Lewis. His handball over the top was okay. Nick Egan's got it. Oh, he gives it back to Lewis. They're playing 1-2 in the phone box, and in the end, they just lose the ball over the boundary line for a throw in. So another chance for Leopold. 7-10-52 the Lions. They lead Newtown 5-4, 34-20 and a half played in this third term.
One more goal to give themselves a 4-goal buffer at the final change. Might be enough for the Lions. West from behind winning the tap down. Marcus Thompson, a wonderful tackle laid, but not rewarded there for Kapala. Umpire says he got a handball away. Sutterby now, he's taken in a tackle. Might have been laid there by Tom Scott. And this is a real stack. We don't say stacks on the mill much, but that was your legitimate sort of 5-man, 6-man arrangement. About 40 metres out from the Leopold goal. Umpire puts it into the air. West from behind. Wilkinson won the tap down. Sam Scott couldn't take it for Leopold. He went to dive in. Here's West now, head over the footy. He's wrapped. That's a good tackle, bringing him to ground from Charlie Harris. Charlie Harris is seriously fighting out of his weight division there. It's sort of your cruiserweight versus your flyweight between West and Charlie Harris, and we've got another stoppage about 46 metres out from the Leopold goal.
So West gets it down from Wilkinson. Ball to O'Brien. He left it behind though. Clearing kick came out from Sutterby back towards the middle. Now ball at the back. Waters is there for Leopold. Little toe poke by Dixon. Still in dispute. Handball came to Miller. He's wrapped up. He just got the handball away. Sawney traps it. Gives it away though. Clifton, the don't argue, in trouble. That ball spills free. Umpire says play on again. And this time the rugby scrums at left half forward for Newtown. And we'll have another ball up.
The rain's just getting a little more persistent down here too, gents. Absolutely loving it down here, and it is black over as I turn my head around the back of the pavilion. It's very, very dark.
Ball's in the left forward pocket for Newtown. After the ball up, there was a handball from Ned Harris that missed a target. And it ended up underneath the pack. Mick Condy was the last man to get up. Give it to the umpire, who throws it into the air. Cam Wilkinson winning the tap down. Barging his way through. Marcus Thompson just fired a handball indiscriminately forward. Went to Matt McMahon, who was taking a great tackle.
It was fantastic.
By Harry Waters on debut. Harry Waters game 1, Matt McMahon game 218. And the one gamer trumps the 218 gamer. And Waters goes laterally onto the chest of Herbert, who's got it at right half back. He's been busy this afternoon. Herbert concedes some ground inside defensive 50 to Louis Clifton. Clifton right half back. They need to turn the lights on here, surely. He goes to Keast in the left back pocket. This all happening at the Queenscliff Road end of the ground. Newtown's attacking in, but unfortunately for them, they trail by 18 points and aren't in possession of the footy as Keast goes short. Finds a target, and it's Nicholas Ash on debut, marking on his chest.
So Ash, come on PK, turn the lights on.
More headlights have come on.
Ball goes towards centre. Oh, good mark. Farley, who just stood there in the middle
push,
of the pack.
Push.
Leopold free kick. There you go. So
no.
Trent Thompson, the Mushtaka, has got it at half back for the Lions. He just measures the pass. Nice to Cleaver. He's done well, taking the mark in front of Sutterby. Gives the handball away. Strolling through Giddings, goes to an open half-forward position. Jennings comes out, traps it. Does he? He does. 55 out, gave it away to Herbert. Thought about the handball backwards. He got it away. Dixon under pressure, once again going backwards. And the Newtown players trying to keep it in. Can they do so, though? It's a half-back for them. Spencer, wrapped up. Oh, he's in the tackle, and he can get rid of it. The umpire says...
On the ball.
Holding the ball. Yes, he had plenty of opportunity to get rid of it there, Tyler Spencer.
He's a bit unlucky. It come back into him, actually, and then he's dragged it back in.
So...
If you can see there.
Yes, it's a long way away there, and it's nice and dark. So... The Lions now go inside 50 with the kick. Patton a bit of a shove. Ball at the back, close to the boundary line. And the umpire says it's over for a throw-in. Right forward pocket for Leopold, 7-10-52. The Lions, 5-4-34. Newtown will play nearly 25 minutes in this third term. Total Tools time clock, every tool for every trade.
Would you believe it? Leopold kicked 3 straight in this third quarter, thanks to Metricon, Geelong's local builder. For 21 years, Newtown will escape with Kapala, a handball away. Condy didn't take possession. He's trying to palm it back to Kapala. Spills out.
Bronx cheers about the lights.
The
Leopold's crowd.
They go, hey!
The lights are on.
They've paid the bills, so that's good.
It's out of bounds on the outer side of the ground.
This is like a twilight game at the moment.
Leopold at right half back. It'll finish like a night game, Kirsch. We are past the shortest day of the year, but it's still early sunsets, and this is going to be a late finish. We were late starting. Wilkinson winning the tap down. Front of the pack, Condi. Fired a handball away, but straight into the pack. Sutterby, as you'd expect, fighting hard. He's wrapped up by Sam Scott, and we will get a ball. Gee, he's just an absolute machine, Blake Sutterby. The amount of coverage of the ground he produces is unbelievable. O'Brien trying to barge his way through for Leopold. He's dumped by Cam Wilkinson.
Yeah, I'd like to see his heat map. It'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
Oh, no. It'd be quite hot, actually. Be a lot of red.
The ball up. Still on centre wing on the outer side. Pack there. Sutterby's there again. And the umpire will come in.
Leopold will be quite happy with this. Repeat stoppages.
The Giants are going to beat Melbourne.
Are they really?
Oh, Wilkinson with a big slap towards the boundary line, right in front of the scoreboard. And it will be another boundary throw-in.
Just had a suggestion that maybe they should pull out the yellow ball for the last quarter.
It's not a bad idea at all.
It's not a bad idea. Boundary throw-in, centre wing on the outer side. Wilkinson up against Giddings. Giddings from behind. Pack develops. Rugby scrum again.
Thank you to Scott, the car salesman, who just sent me that on the personal KFC Twitter.
Personal KFC.
Fisted forward by Wilkinson into the path of Egan. He couldn't take it cleanly. Bogue could. Handball over his shoulder. Sutterby bounced off Sam Scott and then ran straight into a Williamson tackle. They wrestle each other. Umpire says, give it to me. As the rain buzz for South Point Garden Supplies.
Yeah, just steadily getting a bit stronger, Kingy. It's nothing too bad at the moment, but it has been raining pretty consistently for the last 5 minutes or so.
Sutterby bursts his way through the pack. A high kick that he puts out of bounds on the full. And it'll be a free kick at right half back to the Lions. To Trent Thompson, who's been very, very serviceable down back. I think we saw him play up forward against Bell Park earlier in the year and kick a couple, but does his best work in defence.
The mustachioed one goes towards centre wing with the kick over the head of Foppiani at the back, tracking it away. Sutterby again, got it to Diamond. He got it backwards. They go back inside 50 to Cam Lewis. And he runs across. Dangerous kick. Very across half forward. Now Thompson tracks it towards Jennings. Picked up the one hand. Herbert couldn't take it. It's inside forward 50. Harry Waters can't pick it up either. Patton's wrapped up straight away. And he will give the ball back to the umpire for a ball up. About 35 out from the Leopold goal. So late stages this third term. Wilkinson and Giddings. Wilkinson gets it down, roved by Bogue. Comes back to his kick. He kicked it in the air and got it away. Charlie Harris then goes and gets it. Sawney. Foppiani tried to shuffle the handball out, couldn't do so. Dixon over the top as well. Trent Thompson does. Right foot kick. Old school, just kick it into the forward line, does so. Roved at the back. The numbers with Newtown. Matic can get it and gives it away by hand. And they go now through Kapala.
Who puts it into the path of Diamond. Diamond, oh, bang, just goes with the torp, sends it long towards left half forward and says to young Spencer, run onto it, but Keese came up off his man to put some pressure on him, and it's been knocked out of bounds for a boundary throw-in at left half forward. Well played by Keese.
I was going to say, if he didn't come off his opponent, then they would have got some overlap, because Keese would have had to at some stage come off his man and give some frontal pressure. So to do it in that instance was fantastic.
GWS 64. Have beaten Melbourne 55 at the MCG. That is a massive turn-up. Lose to Hawthorn 1 week, beat Melbourne the next. Jeez. West won the tap down, but it's going to be a handball from Condi to Diamond. They need a goal. Back with the flight. Miller couldn't mark. Keast again. Outstanding defensively to knock it through for a rush behind. The premiership defender got back, and as Louis Miller thought he was about to gobble it up, he had it knocked from his grasp. It's through for a minor score, and they're 5:35 down Newtown. Leopold 7-10, 52-17 the margin on the Metricon K-Rock scoreboard.
So Keast has got it in the back pocket now. Got it from full back now, goes towards half back, but the ball going to be turned over. Joseph takes the mark in the end pretty easily for Newtown at half forward. Goes back to the top of the square, punched behind towards Spencer, who runs out of room in the right forward pocket. And we'll have a boundary throw-in.
If they jag a goal, Newtown, they stay alive.
Yep.
So they've got an opportunity. Deep into attack. Queenscliff Road end of the ground. And ruck work. West gets it down. Thompson wrapped up by Wilkinson. And also Sawney. So it's 15 metres out directly in front from the Newtown goal. West comes in, gets it down. Now, the mustachioed one gets it away. Trent Thompson towards the centre square. But players behind the ball for Newtown, Bogue was one of them, and he takes the mark.
Is there time for a late one here for Newtown to get within a couple of kicks at three-quarter time? Steps around on the man on the mark a little bit too easily in Giddings and then sends a high ball, top of the square. Thompson sets himself on the chest. Nice mark, Trent Thompson for Leopold. Hamlin Hanger contender. That's not an easy grab to take it like that on the chest.
He's
stood tall.
He's had a great quarter.
He comes laterally into the left-back pocket to Darcy Keeson. I suspect if they're tracking time, Leopold, they'll be just happy to control the footy and take an 18-point buffer. He goes short to Gordon. Gordon goes to the pocket. He wanted, once again, Keese, but getting across and knocking it out of bounds. A good defensive spoil coming there for Newtown. It might have been from Charlie Harris to see how to play. We'll get a boundary throw-in in the right forward pocket. Newtown in attack, but only the one goal in this third quarter of action thanks to Metricon. Clearing kick for Leopold, goes through Giddings. Out the back is Lewis, harassed by Patton. Lewis just palms it towards Harris. That was Neddy trying to get it towards. Here's Charlie trying to get involved. It's a Bogue. No, it's Bogue. Bogue laid a tackle on Waters, who didn't have the footy, and he'll take the free kick, the debutant for Leopold.
He's got a nice piece of bandage on his head there too, Harry Waters. He might have copped one a bit earlier. He gives it back to Herbert at half-back, called to play on. He just chips the ball in the middle. It's okay. They give it away. Dixon running past Pepper, and it is three-quarter time. Leopold at home, 7-10-52. They lead Newtown 5-5-35.
That third quarter, thanks to Metricon. Now, of course, Metricon Home's new reverse living display home, now open at Curlewis. A 17-point advantage for Leopold in the Pride Cup clash here at Memorial Park. And you would suspect that we know Leopold's season's over, Kirsch, but Newtown's season might be on the line in the next quarter.
This is it, isn't it? I mean, this three-quarter time break, it'll be interesting to see how they come out at three-quarter time, what changes they make, what they do. At the moment, they've just been so, I guess, bland. They need to find something.
Damien McMahon has pulled the Eagles straight into a very, very tight huddle. No breaking into line groups. And Damien McMahon, you can hear him through our effects.
He's not a happy camper.
He's very, very animated.
He's not happy, Kingy.
No. If you're picking up any of the method.
I better tell him Mike off before we get put off air. He's was not happy.
You haven't been Paddy Dowling in the Newtown huddle by any chance, have you, Buzz?
Jeez, wasn't that a stitch up and a half?
Well, they thought it was very funny on K-Rock during the week. They've even replayed it a couple of times with the appropriately inserted beeps. Are you going to anybody for a chat, Buzz, or will you wait till after the break?
I'll wait after the break, Kingy.
All right.
Leopold in tight as well.
Yeah, absolutely, because they'll be saying, I reckon, hey, guys, here's a chance to end somebody's season.
Absolutely.
And get ourselves a bit of momentum going into a clash with St Mary's in a couple of weeks from now. 17-point lead for Leopold, 7-10-52. Newtown and Chilwell 5-5-35. It's three-quarter time in the Pride Cup clash from Memorial Park, thanks to APCO. Buy barista-made coffee from your local APCO Cafe 24/7. Your chance to win free coffee for a year. Live, breathe, K-Rock football.
Fresh Daily with Tom and Loggy.
Finally had my first laser hair removal done.
Have you removed the hair and then they're lasering the skin? Or
Yeah, so you got to shave it. No, so you got to shave it first.
Okay.
So all the areas you want done, you need to shave them first.
Sure.
And she was really impressed with how I shaved the back of my thighs. And then she's like, when you get a part of your leg done, we offer you like these your toes and ankles for free. Do you need that? I'm like, I will get that, yes. Can I please get that too?
Fresh Daily with Tom and Loggy. Tom and Loggy. On K-Rock 955.
Australian Survivor, Brains versus Brawn, coming soon to 10.
Give yourself a home ground advantage at Warralilly. It's the place for families to grow in a strong, self-contained community, complete with 82 hectares of open space, award-winning playgrounds, and the Village Warralilly Shopping Centre. A place leading the way in community services, with 3 schools, childcare centres, sports ovals, and Armstrong Creek East Community Centre all delivered. It's why Warralilly is Geelong's most awarded community. New land releases now selling. Visit warralilly.com.au.
Go Harvey Norman, go.
Need a bargain now? Harvey Norman is Geelong's home of big brands and even bigger bargains. It's all at Harvey Norman's 2 big Geelong locations, Corio and Warren Ponds. Come in for some great service, a great price, and the right advice on furniture, bedding, flooring, electrical and computers. Plus, there's plenty of parking. See your local Harvey Norman store today. Princes Highway Corio and Princes Highway Warren Ponds.
Go
At home, on the work site, in the office, there are some big cleaning problems you just don't want to deal with.
Don't panic. Call Steamatic.
Steamatic has real solutions to your cleaning problems. Graffiti removal, kitchen canopy cleaning, blasting services or the big industrial jobs, they're equipped to handle it all. Steamatic, a standout job every time and on standby when you need them most.
Don't panic. Call Steamatic.
Essington Street, Grovedale. Visit steamaticgeelong.com.au.
Hi, Luke Dallas here. If your goal is to work in the building and construction industry, then follow my footsteps to study at TIV. Specialising in building and construction since 2007, TIV's training and student support will be with you every step of the way. Follow TIV's pathway in becoming a registered builder, estimator or site manager in face-to-face or virtual classes. Apply online, learn now and build your future faster with TIV.
Enrol now at tiv.vic.edu.au. Government funding available for eligible applicants. RTO 21920.
Geelong, the game is on. Proceed to the next level.
Next Level Skirmish is laser tag on a whole other level. All fun for all ages. This is where next level tech and exercise collide. Do a public session or book a private session for your crew. Perfect for parties and team building. Battle your mates in Geelong's most epic laser tag arena. Duro Street, North Geelong. Book at nextlevelskirmish.com.au. Metricon is recruiting quality painters, brickies, carpenters and tilers to build the homes people simply love to live in. We're waiting to employ you right now with projects ready for you to work on. We pay well and on time. And we provide you long-term job certainty working on clean, safe sites with professional site management. To be part of a great team, call 1300 Metricon. That's 1300 Metricon. CDBU 52967.
Thanks to our number one ticket holder, APCO. Fueled by APCO Cafe 24/7.
Open back towards the top of the square. Coming at it as Scott turns around the corner. Tom Scott, left foot kick. Goal! He's kicked it. The Lambie's Tavern goal of the day. Contender sends a high ball. Top of the square. Thompson sets himself on the chest. Nice mark, Trent Thompson for Leopold. Hamlin Hanger contender. That's not an easy grab to take it like that on the chest. 17 points is the Leopold lead. Josh Conway's down boundary side for us for Loco Sportswear. Team apparel for champion teams, Buzz.
Yeah, Dane McMahon's alongside with the Newtown coach. Mako, what do the boys need to do in this final turn to overhaul Leopold?
We just need to stop finessing, move the ball on, get it in our forward 50 quicker than we did. We over-possessed the ball for way too long then, but yeah, it's a wet, greasy ball now. Need to get it there with some length and really take some ground with every time we take possession.
Perfect. Thanks for your time.
Thanks for that, Buzz. And Damien McMahon down boundary side, pretty succinct there and pretty on the mark, I would have thought, Matt Kershaw for Wilson's Real Estate.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought they'd need to move some magnets at three-quarter time to try and win this game. I can see Robinson's gone deep, so they are making a few changes early, which will try and pick up a few matchups as we start the game.
But Wombat Gully Plan Fund, Bogue also inside forward 50 as well. We can tell you in the AFL a win for GWS over Melbourne. Have you got the GDFL scores? Very quickly, round
yes.
10.
They are Winchelsea 12-11 83, Anarchy 39, Belmont 51, East Geelong 86, North Geelong 124, Cryer 72, Bellpost Hill 90, Thompson 41, Inverleigh 92, Werribee 54, and Bannockburn and West 57 apiece.
Final quarter for Abco Cafe 24/7. Wilkinson won the tap down. Head over the footy, Sotheby. It's now a little bit of a glue pot in the middle. Handball away came from Horton, went straight up the chimney, was taken by Williamson of Leopold. He's wrapped up in a two-man tackle. Bannockburn and Geelong West in recent years have served up some absolute crackers. And no surprise that scores are tight in that one, which will be midway through the last quarter, you would suspect. Clearing kick comes from Gordon from Leopold. Bouncing ball towards half forward, goes over the head of Giddings. Knocked away there by Lewis, but it spills. Marcus Thompson had his kick beautifully smothered. Good work there by Kapala, doing some hard work. Chance now, though, head over the footy. Ash, handball release, got it forward. It's bobbling around. Foppiani came through and said, look, I'll just try and get us out of trouble. Dragged down in a tackle. Kerman, socket along the ground into the right forward pocket. Ball stays in the field of play. Herbert keeping it alive, gets a handball away. Tight in the right forward pocket. Shot on goal coming. That might be the game winner from Horton. Tight angle, right forward pocket. They did everything to keep the ball alive. I think it was Herbert that just did the hard work in the right forward pocket. and he created an opportunity for Josh Horton to kick his second of the afternoon, and Leopold have given themselves a very handy 23-point buffer. 8:10:58, Newtown 5:35 in this final quarter, thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7, and in the experts chair for Wilson's Real Estate, Geelong Property, done properly. Here's Matt Kershaw.
Well, you called him off the half-forward flank into that stoppage where you said the ball went up the chimney. He was involved in that type of pressure situation then, and his offensive transition to get down to that pocket to have the ability that shot on was fantastic.
So back to the middle west. Fanning, Flopiani off the wing. He can't take it. He can now. Oh, he had it and he lost it, the tackle. So Pack develops around him. Still in the middle of the ground. Still in there. The umpire's letting it go. It's a rugby scrum. He'll have to come in now and ball it up. So West gets it down nicely to Williamson, wrapped up, got the handball away. Was that holding the ball? He went to ground. The umpire said play on. Flopiani on hands and knees. He can't pick it up. Now, you know who can. Marcus Thompson gets it towards half forward. Giddings takes the mark, pushes Troop back. He's playing defensively now. Goes inside 50 again. Oi! Jennings takes a nice mark. And in the left forward pocket, he's going to have a shot for goal, is he? He thought about the pass, but now he's going to go back. He's right on the boundary line, about 35 out, left forward pocket, Queenscliff Road end of the ground. And this will drive another nail if he can put this through. He goes in, and he has missed and through for one behind. I've got him for 3 this afternoon. Behind Harris Jennings, and they go to 8:11:59. Leopold Newtown 5:35. And final term, thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7.
Diamond steps around the man coming towards him and drives a kick that might have been Tom Scott towards half back, but Gordon back with the fight. The former Port Melbourne star has got it in front of the Leopold faithful on the broadcast side of the ground. Looks like that rain might have cleared for South Point Garden Supplies, Buzz. Gordon kick inside forward 50, and he's put it onto the chest of Giddings. Buzz has gone quiet.
Yeah, Buzz has gone quiet because he was standing right behind us.
Giddings has gone laterally to Marcus Thompson. I had no idea he was here.
I didn't want to scare you, Tom.
Marcus Thompson kicks it to about 20 metres out from goal off the hands of Jennings. Handball release, but only went as far as Trent West. Head over it, barging his way through Cleaver. But a handball the way he was slung, socket off the ground, might have been Condi, into the path of his skipper, Matt McMahon for Newtown. Handball release wide, Lewis on the boot. Oh, well done, Keith. Got across in front of Bogue. Knocked it out of bounds for a boundary throw-in.
What sort of boundary work is that when he's standing behind? No, he's gone now. He ran
I had to get the other headset.
Ah, that's all right.
Chance, but I can confirm the rain has eased off, King. Now that I'm out of the box.
Gee, I tell you what, he's light of foot. Young Buzz, those New Balances were absolutely outstanding.
Wilkinson in front in the ruck contest. Falls towards the boundary line. Tracking it there was Cleaver. And they keep it in, Leopold. Gain another 25 or 30 metres around the boundary line. And now we'll have a boundary throw in left half forward on the outer side, where most of the play's been this afternoon. There's been a lot of binocular action in the K-Rock box. For a throw in now, West up against Wilkinson. Wilkinson got it down, in fact, close to the boundary line again. Thompson, Marcus, right foot kick! No way! He's kicked the goal from the boundary line! That is the Lambie's Tavern goal of the day. Marcus Thompson. Now the bound... Oh! Hang on a minute. What's happened?
It's been called a point.
It's been called a point.
It was Sam Scott anyway.
It was Sam Scott, but it's been called a point. So he puts another behind on the board. They go to 9:11:65, and now Newtown have moved the ball towards half forward.
It might have been a handy point, but it might have been a turning point in the game too. Keith couldn't take the mark. Gave it back to Lane. Lane, that was dangerous. Back to Trent Thompson. He was equal to the task against Condi. Leopold celebrated like they'd won the flag. Trent Thompson across the face of goal. It's over the outstretched arms of Herbert. Had to do a little bit of a shimmy on Miller. Came back inboard with a well-weighted kick. Here is Marcus Thompson going short to Andrew Pepper. Pepper can go into the right back pocket, and Lane has taken the mark. Lane will go back across the face of goal on his preferred left boot, and it's a well-weighted kick onto the chest of Dixon. Dixon a handball to the run of Trent Thompson, who's been good all afternoon. Thompson kicked to half back, is well-weighted, and Herbert has taken the mark. He's been impressive this afternoon, as Liam Herbert.
Been terrific.
He goes short again. Trent Thompson, handball, outboard, in between wing and half back. Tom Scott goes towards the boundary line and half forward. Over there was Patton and also Jennings for Leopold, and they see it over the line for another throw in.
Cam Lewis has done a good job in Patton because early on he really looked to blow this game open.
He was dangerous, Mitch Patton. He's had plenty of the ball too, Cam Lewis. Deep in defence for Newtown. West took it out of the ruck. Left foot kick around the corner didn't go very far. Rugby scrum is the next passage of play. Kerman gets up and gives it back to K-Rock's own Jonathan Zarb, who'll throw the ball in the air for both the ruckmen. Wilkinson gets it down. Ball still in dispute. This helps the Lions. Big tackle by Williamson.
Yeah, Bogue didn't have it.
Yeah, Bogue seriously didn't have it for a very long time, and we'll take the free kick at half-back.
Been good this afternoon again, Matty Bogue. He's worked hard, but maybe to no avail. He goes short to Diamond. Mitch Diamond, who wrecks up plenty of the footy inside defensive 50. Brings it wide, looking for Kapala or Wilkinson. Wilkinson can't mark, brings it to ground front of the pack. He's Darcy Troop. It'll roll towards the boundary line. Kapala just manages to keep it alive. A little 1-2, but it's been knocked away. Marcus Thompson, not surprisingly involved, sees it to the boundary line and out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Right in front of the Leopold faithful, who have turned out in good numbers again this afternoon to support their team. It looks like they're going to see them take home their second win of the season. They lead by 25 points at the 7-minute mark on the Total Tools time clock of this final quarter for APCO Cafe 24/7.
Boundary throw-in, Fanning in front on this occasion. Big thump back towards the boundary line. And they track it back. Oh, Sotheby ran out of room there. He got it away, though. Bogue got the handball to Harris. Charlie on centre wing. Gives it to Condi under pressure. Gave the handball back to Charlie Harris. Back to Kerman under pressure from Marcus Thompson. And the umpire will come in and ball it up centre wing. So, again, the Lions good in the contest, keeping the ball from going to the forward line for the Eagles. West tries to get it down. Thompson outboard. Sotheby can't take it with him. Ball spills free. And we'll have a boundary throw-in. Right on centre wing. 8-12-60 the Lions. Newtown 5-5-35. We've played 8 minutes in this final term. Total Tools bring us the time clock this afternoon. Throw in again for West in front from Fanning. We thought about the fresh area as well. The big right boot. He left it then. Condi in tight. Kick was smothered. Came back towards him actually. Now McMahon put the tackle on. And we'll have a ball up just inside the centre square now. Big pack around this contest. Right in the middle for Fanning and West to do the ruck work again. West gets it down. Rove by Bogue. Ball spilt free in the tackle. Now Waters wrapped up. He's not going anywhere. And the umpire will come in and do it all again on centre wing. And Tom King's going to have a go at trying to get this ball out.
Leopold wouldn't hate this, Kirsch.
Oh, they would love this. I reckon they could have another 50 of this is what they want.
Yeah. Just soaks time off the clock.
Absolutely. Repeat. And that would have been a bit of a conversation with the midfielders at three-quarter time, I would have suggested.
Umpire puts it into the air. Now, it's going to be a free kick off the footy going which way? And it's going to go to Leopold and Harris Jennings, who might have been being held by Darcy Troop. Jennings sends it long, looking down there. Marcus Thompson's done everything else this afternoon. Why won't he try and take the Hamlin hanger? Bogue picked up the loose footy, gave it to Egan for Newtown as they look to build. Lewis across the face of goal with that unique kicking style. Found Diamond. Diamond cuts back inboard. Needs to find a target. They just need to roll the dice here. And he has rolled the dice. He's put it straight onto the chest of Jennings. Jennings loops a handball over the top. Found Giddings. Giddings sweeps it out wide to Cleaver. Cleaver's little right foot kick wasn't ideal. And seeing it out of bounds is Mitch Patton. Just hasn't been his afternoon, Mitch Patton. He's got himself into some good positions, but the final skill coming towards him let him down a couple of times.
Certainly has, particularly on a lead, but he's had the opportunities. He's had 5 probably shots at it. He just hasn't managed to snare one yet.
So boundary throw-in. About 40 around from the Leopold goal. Ball comes towards Ash, who puts the tackle on Mitchy Diamond pretty quick. Not going anywhere there, so the umpire will come in, do some more work in the left forward pocket, and a free kick for a block, I think. And it's going to Newtown. So David Fanning will take it against West on this occasion. He wants to play on quickly. He's adhering to the suggestions from the coach to kick it as quick as he can and as long, but he finds the mustachioed one, Thompson, who kicks it over the top to West. Fanning didn't follow him, and he took the mark at centre half forward, Trent West. Just inside the centre square. And he kicks it further. Dangerous kick. Scott's in there fighting hard. Ash now. Oh, he kicked it straight to the umpire. Now Foppiani, he wants to kick away. They're just blazing away, and Thompson's just standing his ground, Trent, and taking the mark in the middle of the Leopold Memorial Park.
His kick's okay onto the chest of the debutant Waters, who must have had a blood rule for New Grove bench tops a bit earlier with the bandage across the left cheek. He goes short to Ash, the fellow debutant, so they're going to celebrate a win, you would suspect, in their first game. It's just a lazy kick that he's put onto the chest of McMahon, and McMahon for Newtown goes into the middle of Memorial Park. Sawney has marked for the Eagles, and that'll be a free kick for a hold, and it's going to be a free kick against Trent Thompson, and it's going to go to Connor Joseph. So Connor Joseph, not been a noted goal kicker this year. Does average a goal and a half a game through his career, but only 5 this year, and 3 of those came against Leopold back in round 1. They desperately need this to keep this contest alive. From 46 metres, a driving kick, a long kick, a nice kick. Good finish from Connor Joseph. He banged into that. Don't worry if there's any breeze, but looking at the trees around the ground here at Memorial Park, that looks to have died off. So there's no excuse in terms of being into the wind in this final term, you would think, for Newtown. Joseph with the goal, his first of the afternoon and the first of the last quarter for Newtown. They're 6-5-41. They trail Leopold 8-12-60 this final term, thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7 and in the expert chef for Wilson's Real Estate. Here's Matt Kershaw.
You take it back a step, and young Ash obviously had the option to go long. He went that short option, and he actually looked to go backwards first. So some players around him, just with a bit of experience, got to tell him just to settle down and kick the ball long.
Fanning got the ball down only as far as Williamson. Now Bo got it to Sawney. Kapala through the middle for Newtown. Just kick it and kick it long. That was the work, the edict from Damien McMahon at three-quarter time. They're trying to do it. Waters comes across from centre wing. Leopold fighting hard for it across half-back, and they wrap things up. The umpire will come in and ball it up. West comes down. Saying to Williamson, come close to me there. He's going to go up against Fanning, and Fanning gets it down. McMahon. Jennings runs back with it, helps out Lane. Outside defensive 50 now across centre wing. Foot race getting across there, Foppiani. And also across there is Cleaver. Cleaver meets it first, can't take it. Kerman comes in to help, but the ball spills free out of bounds before Marcus Thompson can pick it up, and we'll have a boundary throw in. The outer side, centre wing.
19 points the margin. Leopold lead final quarter of the Pride Cup for 2021. Looking for just their second win of the season. The Lions been perennial finalists over the last decade, but not in 2021 as Fanning, after the ruck work was run by West, he did the roving, jammed it on the boot forward, and Farley, who has been busy in his first couple of games, not so much this afternoon. A high kick inside forward 50. Defensive spoil from Keese. Will he find a target? He will end up in the arms. And Cleaver might have knocked it onto Marcus Thompson. Marcus Thompson bangs it long. Giddings has taken the mark. He's had his kick smothered, though. Smothered well, too. It was good defensive play by Troop. Chance here for Leopold. Hands and knees. Might be Horton with the ball underneath him. And I reckon he's going to get picked for holding the ball. Josh Horton, he is. And it's going to come back. The free kick to Kerman. Kerman across the face of his defensive goal. Well-weighted ball. Lewis with that interesting ball drop. Kick to half forward. Thompson attacked the footy, got away from Robertson, knocked it to the boundary line and out of bounds. It actually stayed alive, and Thompson can give a handball off, and they're away through Ash.
Ash now goes short towards Jennings coming out at half forward. Can't pick it up. Now he can. Wheels around. Went left, went right, went left. Left foot kick around the corner. Short kick in the end to O'Brien. Off a step, his kick is partly smothered, goes into the pocket, goes to the back. Patton under pressure, got a couple against him, wrapped up in the goal square, and the umpire come in and ball it up.
There's a bit going on there, wasn't there?
A little bit.
Lockie, the sniper's got Lockie Ash, boys. Hamstring cramp. Looks like a severe one too. He can barely walk as he comes to the bench.
So the ball thrown up. Fanning takes it out of the ruck contest, goes straight to the boundary line, and the umpire says throw it in. Well, it's deliberate, but
it wasn't much of an appeal though, was it?
No, it wasn't really. So a boundary throw in the right forward pocket. Leopold into attack. They lead by 19. Another one here would seal it completely. Fanning, Bogue now, handball away. And Is that a free kick? It might be, I think. It was a pretty violent tackle.
Darcy Troop.
That came from Ned Harris.
Oh, Harris, was it?
That was some sort of WWE arrangement.
There was a little
onto the canvas went Brock Williamson.
He did, yes. And now in the right forward pocket, Williamson will take the free kick. He's kicked 2 this afternoon, Brock Williamson. And you'll know pretty early if he's kicked it because he's standing right next to the coach's box at Leopold, and all the supporters are right behind this kick. So
they'll tell us.
They will be up pretty early, I suspect, if he can put it through. He comes in. He's only about 30 metres out. Pretty acute angle, right foot kick. He's kicked it. He's kicked it for his 3rd this afternoon, Brock Williamson, and that's the ball game. 9-12-66 Leopold, and they lead Newtown, who are 6-5, I think it is, 6-5-41. And that is on the final quarter. APCO Cafe 24/7 K-Rock scoreboard.
Looking back at it, they're very lucky they're only this amount down. There's 10 more scoring shots, and the goals that Leopold have missed today, they're a chance to at least be 7 or 8 goals up. Against a disappointing Newtown.
That season over for Newtown.
Done. Put a fork in them.
They've got 6 to play, and they would need everything to go right. The best they could finish with is 9.5 wins, which would probably get you in, but the football they're playing is not going to earn you a finals berth. McMahon tracks it towards the outer wing for Newtown Chilwell. Here's Williamson, 3 goals today, been impressive. Might be in for the Leopold Sporties Club $100 voucher. Here's West, a handball on the bounce out towards his captain. Here's Scott for Leopold. That's Sam on the left boot, wanted Patton, fist away by Lewis. Coming hard at the footy, Tom Scott did okay. A little don't argue and then jammed it on the boot, but coming up Ned Harris, who's battled tirelessly all day for Newtown, has taken the mark. He wants to go across the face of goal, and he managed to put it onto the chest of Troop. There was all sorts of danger attached, but Troop was in the right spot, and he sends his kick along the line looking for Joseph. It's knocked away and out of bounds for a boundary thrown by Clifton, who gets the cheers of the Leopold faithful, and we'll get a boundary throwing at right half forward for the Lions in attack and leading by 25 points and on the verge of win number 2 of 2021.
So thrown in front, Wilkinson. West came from behind. Free kick found. Umpire said hold, I think, and it will be a Newtown free kick. Ned Harris has it. Short little kick to Diamond. I want to switch the play. The opposite side half-back flank. Cam Lewis takes the mark. Plays on. Goes long towards Wilkinson, who goes up in the contest. Can't take the mark off the side of the pack. Now McMahon gives it free. They get it to Kapala, 40 metres out. Right foot kick towards the goal square over the head of Joseph. He tracks it back. I think it hits the behind post. In fact, he's out of bounds for a throw in left forward pocket for the Eagles. They move the ball pretty quickly there, the visitors, but they're going to need some sharp work in the next 5 minutes to get a couple of quick goals, get themselves back in this game. West up against Robinson in the ruck. West goes up, gets it down. The ball comes out. Lane ripped off the football with a good tackle. Started his handball back. They just handball it back to McMahon. He just shoves it back outside 50. They're running out of pressure, running out of room. Giddings in the middle. He drops the football. Now the ball comes to Herbert. His handball over the top. Horton can't take it with him. Close to the boundary line. Wilkinson's there for Newtown. Handball over the top from Charlie Harris. Back towards Ned Harris. Rides the bump. Did the Selwood. Did he get a high tackle? He did. I'm surprised the K-Rock zone didn't see that. Umpire Zarb.
Yeah, non-controlling.
Non-controlling saw it, and he'll take the free kick on centre wing.
Ned Harris plays on with a man on the mark standing. He sends it to half forward, and it's going to be downfield, I reckon, for the contact by Horton on Harris, and he finds Farley anyway. Down on the mark, 65 from goal. Farley with the footy. Harris will come from the ground. Farley drives it long inside, forward 50. Thompson with a big spoil, sends it outside defensive 50. Clifton took it, and he was reefed in a tackle by McMahon. Umpire says, give it to me. I'll ball it up about 45 out from the Newtown goal. Ticked into time on the Total Tools time clock. We've gone 20 and a half minutes almost. And it's a 25-point Leopold lead.
West gets it down to Thompson. How many times have we said that today? Ball goes back to the middle. Kick off the ground by Lewis. Fell into the arms nearly of Gordon, who can track it back on centre wing, and he's open and free. Getting back there and helping out Sawney for Newtown. Gordon drags it back in, then tries to give it away. Cleaver runs past it. Sawney's got it. Centre wing goes towards half forward with the kick and chopping it off Lane, who gets back there for Leopold. He goes back towards centre wing with the kick. Cleaver takes the mark. Just holds it up now. Back inboard to Marcus Thompson. Gets around on the right foot now. Towards half forward. Great kick, great vision. They play on. Scott goes inside. 50. Patton gets back there and takes the mark. And we'll have a set shot for goal from 25 out on the boundary line in the left forward pocket.
I can see a little bit of Stevie J curve coming here for Richie Patton.
I'll tell you what, he'll be very happy to and celebrate.
Hasn't kicked a goal yet this afternoon, Mitch. He kicked 3 behinds.
2 on the full.
2 on the full. So he comes in now.
Well, he doesn't.
Foot kick, straight at it,
Got it,
and straight at it. That's the goal. So Patton kicks his first of the afternoon. And Leopold, if they hadn't won the game beforehand, they have now 10-12-72. They lead Newtown 6-5-41. Apco Cafe 24/7. K-Rock final quarter scoreboard. The experts chair, thanks to Wilson's Real Estate. Here's Matt Kershaw.
Again, the defensive half stood up again. Thompson's massive defensive punch was magnificent. Then Lane pulled the trigger inboard to whoever marked it on the other side, but pulled the trigger inboard to Thompson, and Thompson's vision and skill out there to Patton was something to behold. It was fantastic.
Buzz, if you're going to give the $100 voucher to Leopold Sporties to Marcus Thompson, can you tell him that he's got to actually take Trent West out for dinner with that $100 voucher, please? Back in the middle, from the ball up, Matt McMahon, a handball away to Wilkinson. Wilkinson, a low ball for Newtown. Chilwell that bounces towards lane of Leopold. He couldn't take it cleanly. Bogue, it's now Cake of Soap. This TW Sharon. Ball bobbles out towards the outer wing. Over it with Tom Scott and also Egan. It's off somebody's boot. It will roll along the boundary line and out of bounds for a boundary throw-in just forward to centre wing, favouring Newtown on the high side of Memorial Park.
A little bit of concern for Tom Gordon down at the Leopold bench. Kingy, it's a hip or a quad in his right leg. He's motioning to the trainers at the moment.
Thank you for that for St John of God, Buzz. He'll have a couple of weeks to get over it. In fact, he'll have 15 days to get over it because they will be a Sunday clash with St Mary's when they resume proceedings in round 13 Leopold. So they'll have their week off with everybody else is having next week. Newtown also obviously have the week off and they'll face North Shore in round 13. Carra football that weekend, depending on fixturing, will be at Leopold and St Mary's back here at Memorial Park. Happy to come back with this for you too.
Bogue gets it towards half forward for Newtown. Ball spills back for them to a vacant half forward position coming out. Clifton, who backed himself and tracked the ball. He nearly dropped the footy in the tackle, though, unfortunately, there in the end. And it was a good tackle from Charlie Harris. And he'll have a set shot for goal. 45, nearly 50 out from goal, directly in front.
Did everything right then, didn't he, Clifton, except coughed it up in the tackle.
So Charlie Harris, 40, probably just inside 50, the Port Arlington Road end of the ground. Comes in now, right foot kick, good for distance, and, well, not quite for distance, in fact, it just missed, and falls to the front of the pack. The kick over the shoulder came from Mick Condy, and he put it through for one behind to Newtown. So he's kicked 1-1 this afternoon. 6-6-42 now. The Towners, Leopold 10-12, 72 Apco Cafe 24/7. Final quarter scoreboard.
Pepper went short to Herbert, didn't go 15. He had to give a quick handball to Clifton. Clifton a high ball for Leopold outside defensive 50. It has been marked on the chest by Matty Bogue. Bogue comes inboard to Sutterby. Sutterby marks, but he's 52 from home. And then drives a kick, top of the square, coming out Robinson, got nowhere near it. Here's Thompson again. Thompson's had some sort of afternoon for Leopold. The ball on the bounce, though, taken by Lewis. Handball to Wilkinson. Wilkinson lowered his vision, but he only put it onto the chest of Herbert of Leopold, who has also been very, very impressive. The big thing for Leopold is the likes of Herbert and Jennings and Giddings getting consistent footy together and then launching into 2022.
100%. They've got so many players with some low numbers of games played. The future looks bright.
The ball came from Herbert to Clifton across the face of goal. Now they've turned it over back to McMahon at half-back, who drives it back inside for Robinson, who takes the mark. And they've been trying to get it to him for all quarter at full forward, deep forward. They finally got it to him, and he'll take the mark and shoot for goal from 25 out directly in front.
Interesting they remove a ball user, though, to go deep rather than a tall, one of their ruckmen or whatever it might have been. defender.
So Robinson. Port Arlington Road end of the ground. A chance for his 20th goal for Newtown. He comes in and kicks it. So his second of the afternoon. In fact, it's 21st goal for him in his 32 games for Newtown, and a 7th for the Eagles. They go to 7-6-48, and they trailed Leopold 10-12-72. Apco Cafe 24/7 final quarter scoreboard. And here's Matt Kershaw for Wilson's Real Estate.
Better play there, or better forward entry by Newtown. They lowered their eyes 3 times and then hit up the target. So they haven't done that really all afternoon with any fluency going in their forward half. So that was a bit better play going in their forward 50.
The lights have really taken effect here. Fanning winning the tap down beautifully to McMahon. Oh, big tackle. Waters on debut has dumped McMahon into the Memorial Park turf. And the Leopold boys have ended up with a footy. It's Herbert going wide to O'Brien. O'Brien just back of the wing. Laterally he comes to Pepper. Pepper's got it back of the wing still, and a bit closer to the centre square, and then he honours the hit-up lead of Williamson, who's had an impressive afternoon with 3 goals, a career high for him. Williamson driving it long. Big looking for West. Fly came, no mark from Jennings. Ball hit the ground. Tracking it and kept alive. Scott knocked forward by Jennings. Patton, the don't argue. Patton, the left foot snap. Patton, the land. He's having goal of the day. Well, he's had to wait all day for something to go right for him, Mick Patton. But he's been rewarded with a couple of final quarter goals. And Leopold just kept moving along this broadcast wing, and Patton with the don't argue on a defender. The left foot snap, nice finish. And he kicks a goal to restore a 30-point buffer. 11-12-78 Leopold. Newtown 7-6-48 in this final term of Apco Cafe 24/7.
It was a clever kick by Williamson because he kept it down that channel where they can defend it and keep the ball down there if they wanted a repeat stoppage. But the Leopold guys just kept it alive and alive and alive, and Patton gets his opportunity and kicks a goal.
So back in the middle, goes towards Leopold's half-forward flank again. O'Brien comes out, and he gets descended upon by many. The ball's still in play. They're waiting for the umpire to make a decision. Jennings kicked it around the corner to deep forward. Goes over the head of everybody. Has it gone back? I think it has. And he's kicked the goal. If you don't mind, Harris Jennings finally gets his goal of the afternoon. That might be the Lambridge Tavern goal of the day. He kicked it from 55, nobody in the goal square, and he's kicked 1 goal 3 this afternoon for the home side, and they're just putting the icing nicely on the cake here. Leopold 12-12-84. They lead Newtown 7-6-48. Apco Cafe 24/7 final quarter scoreboard.
Still a couple of minutes to play, I reckon, too. They might get another 1 or 2 in
He's
this.
had a good game, Harris Jennings.
He has had a very good game. He's been a good option for him up there, hasn't he? Good target, good play through.
He's just in the midfield at the moment. He's a good size. He's athletic. Giddings to do the ruck work against Fanning. Fanning comfortably winning the tap down. Williamson a handball release. Here is Giddings jamming it on the boot inside forward 50 rolling ball. Patton tried to trap it. He did outside of the right boot. Sends it towards goal, and he's yorked it into the left-hand goal post and are behind. Well, they are just adding insult to injury for Newtown and Chilwell. Not only have they probably ended the Eagles season, they're going to put some hurt on them on the scoreboard as well.
So the ball comes back now. Newtown bring it through half-back. Kerman gets the kick towards Sawney in the middle of the ground, and the umpire paid a hold. So the trailing umpire there saw that Sawney was held on to, handballs it forward, and they go inside 50 Newtown. As the rain starts to tumble a bit more, it falls in the arms of Kapala. He gets the kick around the corner. Ooh, just missed. And through for 1 behind to him. So they go to 7:49. Trail Leopold 12-13-85. 30 played, final term, total tools time clock.
Just looking at Darcy Keith not moving overly freely for St John of God. Probably just copped a knock. Pepper to the left half-back flank, looking out there for a mark. Couldn't find one in Cleaver. It's off his hands and out of bounds for a boundary throw. How's that rain, Buzz, as we get towards Siren?
Yeah, it's getting a little heavier, King. It's been pretty persistent for this second half.
The good thing is there's good cover for you to be able to interview coaches and players post-game.
Yep, just not right at the moment.
No, Fanning the tap down. Ned Harris cruising by, took it and then picked up the footy. Flying shot at goal from Ned Harris is not a bad effort. He's pushed it across the face, though, and through for a behind. His first score of the afternoon is a minor one. Newtown And now 7:8:50. They trail Leopold 12-13-85. Total Tills time clock has gone 30.5 minutes in this final term.
Pepper kicking in from full-back, goes wide past Foppiani. Cleaver kicks it off the ground to his own advantage, and another kick.
Done.
That's the wet weather football you need to play, but turn it over. Maddock takes the mark, goes short. No mark taken by Egan. His handball over the top. Asking a bit of Sotheby there. He can't take it. Tracked it back. Diamond's there as well. And goes just with a tumbling punt, but who's back there? Thompson, Trent, under pressure. Under pressure from two Newtown players. I think he's in trouble. He certainly is. He took him on, and Sawney and Kapala. Trent Thompson not happy. He got up and just walked away.
First mistake of the day.
Not happy with himself, not happy with the umpire's decision, and Kapala will have a set shot 15 out.
He did try to mark that mongrel punt that was coming in and just didn't manage to control it.
So Chaz Kapala, who to behind in this term already. Chance for the 8th for the visitors this afternoon. He comes in, Port Arlington Road, end of the ground, and kicks it straight through. So he's first of the afternoon, and the 8th for Newtown, 8:56. And they trail Newtown, they trail Leopold 12-13-85, and that's on the APCO Cafe 24/7 final quarter scoreboard. Here's Matt Kershaw for Wilson's Real Estate.
Like we mentioned, the quick ball movement by Newtown, they've lowered their eyes a few times going there forward 50. They did it again then, and some good run there by Diamond, but that was a fair entry into the forward line, but poor old Tomo just couldn't control the pill.
Back in the middle, we must be close to siren. Fanning winning the tap down, roving by Waters, a debutant, took on a couple of tacklers but missed his teammate. He got it to Williamson in the end, who then got it forward to O'Brien. O'Brien pulls a kick into the pocket. It'll bounce in front of Jennings. Jennings swings onto his right boot, snaps it around the body. Goal square. Wanted West, had to play spoiler. Tracking the footy might be Spencer. Back inside defensive 50. Kicks on his left, and it's a neat kick. And he puts onto the chest of Bogue, who's got it in the left back pocket. Bogue, he just got it to Sotheby, and that's not the first time we've called Bogue and Sotheby together this afternoon, sending the footy in either direction. And Sotheby's got the footy as the time of day ticks towards 5 o'clock. We're usually done by about 1:45, but a late start and long quarters have seen this one push towards 1700 on the 24-hour clock. We'll get a ball up just forward of the wing, favouring Leopold. Fanning grabs it out of the ruck, jams it on the boot, rolling ball. Keast in front of Joseph. Joseph a little nudge on Keast. How will the ball sit for him? Thompson came. Joseph knocked it away. Condy fired a handball over the top. Robinson palms it down into the path of Sawney. Just missed him. Over the footy was Lane. Couldn't take it. Leopold with numbers. One of those might be Cleaver. Back to Lane. Lane heard a voice. Top of the goal square, Dixon. Dixon can bring it out towards Pepper. Underground kick. Rolls to the boundary line and out of bounds. Pepper tried to keep it alive. Boundary umpire on the spot to say, no, I will toss it back into play. And we'll get a throw in. 29 points is the lead for Leopold over Newtown.
As the sadistic timekeepers, what's going on? Finish the game.
They must get overtime once it hits 5 o'clock.
Snooze up there.
Freebies at the Leopold Sporties. Boundary throw in. And Fanning gets it over the back from the ruck contest. Falls towards Williamson, who runs through the middle of the pack. Foppiani works his way to it as well. Harris gets wrapped up. Umpire said over the shoulder.
I did hear last week that one GDFL game, a quarter, went 22 and a half minutes.
No.
22?
22 and a half, and there were 2 goals kicked in it.
Jesus.
Did hear that during the week. And there was some eyebrows raised by the respective coaching staffs of...
It must have been a second quarter before they got to half-time, maybe. Going for the half-time function. I want to get there quick. Harris comes in.
Sausage rolls early.
Yep. Charlie Harris now has the free kick, 40 out. Directly in front. Has he got the distance this time? No, I don't think he has. Offhand, Sawney in the pocket. Gives the handball back to Bogue. Deserves a goal. Turns around and kicks it. Does nicely, Matt Bogue. So kicks his first of the afternoon. He's had a pretty good day this afternoon. And the 9th for Newtown, 9:8:62. They trail Leopold 12-13-85. APCO Cafe 24/7 final quarter scoreboard. And we've been playing 48 and a half minutes in the last quarter. It feels like that anyway. At 35.
It has ticked
It is
past
35 minutes.
35 minutes in the final term total tools time clock.
We haven't had that many goals, have we? This quarter?
9.
Oh, 9, okay.
No, not that many, Kush.
That's
What'd you
still
say? Not too many, 9.
that's still not
35 minutes.
15 minutes of extra. No, surely not. Anyway, back in the middle. Siren can't be far away. Giddings doing the ruck work. He did his own roving. And there we go. That is game over. And Leopold pick up their second win of the season and take out the Pride Cup for 2021. 12-13-85. Newtown 9-8-62. 23 is the final margin, and the Lions pick up a confidence-boosting victory to roll into the last part of the season with games against St Mary's, Lara, Grovedale and St Albans. They'll look at a few opportunities there for victory and maybe to get to 6 or 7 wins before the season is out. While Newtown, they find themselves 6 points adrift of the top 5, and with those teams in the top 5 having a game in hand, so could be 2.5 games out with a handful to play, or 6 to play. And that will make life very, very tough as the acting RGM, Sean Atkinson, has come across. He wants to find out who the best on ground is. Matt Kershaw, you might just have to write a number on a piece of paper. We won't announce it on air. We'll allow our match MC, Adam Bond, to do that, at who the best on ground is.
Kingy, I'll have to jump in. Sam Scott's getting a bit anxious over here.
Oh, sorry. Hello, Scotty. Well done. What's with that jacket?
Yes, any issues, mate? You got the jacket on or just a bit cold?
I've had a hammy the last couple of weeks, so I've just been battling through it and got through it today. So I was trying to get back on, but they wouldn't have it, so I had to put on ice.
Bit of a relief to get through then.
Yeah, it's been just awesome. Just so happy we got the chocolates today because we busted our ass for it. So, yeah.
What about these young guys that you've got in the team, like Giddings, Jennings? A lot of them are not only playing in the game, but providing you an outlet and showing their talent.
Yeah, well, they've been fantastic. They're 19, 20 years old, and they're just giving and giving, and it's about time they got a bit of reward because they have just been fighting. And this first time they've played against like GFL footballers, so it's taken a bit of adjustment. But today they just really took it on. They were super for us, so it's good reward.
Brilliant. Thanks for your time, Scotty. Who else should we speak to, mate? We might get one more. Who else? Who do you reckon?
Let's go here. Mitchy Patton.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Hey, you might do a Paddy Dowling on us.
Oh, no. I'm fearing worse.
Please don't swear. We've already got enough trouble this year, all right? Bit of a tough battle for you today up against Cam Lewis. He was going step for step with you. How did you find it?
Oh, it's tough. I need my little PIC Brando House back, I reckon. He usually takes the best defender, but it was tough. He didn't leave me all day, and it was nice to get the chocolates in the end. The boys really needed it. That was for sure.
What about that goal at the end? The nice one out of the goal square?
Oh, I needed something. I needed something easy because he didn't leave my side all day. So, it was just good. Like I said, good for the day and good win.
Better let you go for this presentation. Well done.
Here's the presentation.
Congratulations to Newtown, certainly with their win in the A grade on the board. Thanks to all the supporters, thanks to the umpires for coming. Looks like most players got through relatively unscathed, so that's always fantastic as well. Now, the last thing we'll do before everyone can go inside is just announce the medal for the best on ground for today. And with that, we have Sean Atkinson, who's the Regional General Manager of AFL Barwon. He's going to present the medal today to Leopold number 9, usually number 3, Marcus Clark Thompson.
So Marcus Thompson has been selected as best on ground and winning the medal in the Pride Cup game by
Congratulations, Mark.
Matt Kershaw.
Can I get a photo there, mate? And now Sean's going to get Henry to present the cup to Sean, and Sean's going to present the cup to a representative of
pouring down.
All games today were played in the spirit of the Pride Cup. Well done to everyone. Now get inside, get out of the rain, go have a beer and enjoy yourselves. Thanks everyone for coming.
There's the ground MC, Adam Bond, and Newtown and Chilwell will make their way into the rooms. I think the last thing they wanted to do was stick around to watch the cup being presented as the rain really is coming down now.
It's a bit up with the rainbow behind there too, King.
And that is absolutely ideal. Yep. On Pride Cup Day, the rainbow has come out on the eastern side of the ground. It's a full rainbow too. coming from about Lake Connewarre to the top of the Leopold Hill.
Listen to it.
Is where it starts and finishes.
You're like Jane Bunn.
No, I'm more your Lavinia.
He's geographically sound, isn't he?
Geographically sound.
It is my neck of the woods out here.
It is your stomping ground.
So the Lions will make their way into their rooms, and Buzz will stay COVID safe outside those rooms, but he will have the microphone ready for what is one of the longest songs in the GFL, and we will take that song for Leopold fans. Here we go. Oh, just got some connection issues. Just getting some sound through from the Leopold rooms.
A lot of people in there too, by the sounds of it.
23-point win. Yeah, I reckon the old COVID protocols might have gone out the door today.
No, density limits are being
observed.
Yeah, being observed.
Here's the song. No, I thought that was the song. Buzz, tell us when they start singing, will you? Now they do.